Program for today, Wednesday, the 30th day of October in the year of our Lord, 2024. My name is Aigal Adams, and I will be the host for today's program. Let me just remind you that the Newtimes Program is a politically sponsored program. It is sponsored by the New Democratic Party of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the oldest, most loved, and the majority party in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That is the party of whom the majority of the people support in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is the only political party in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that have outlived its founding fathers. The leader and president of our party is no other person than Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday, 5 times elected representative for the Northern Grenadines. But before we get any further into the program, as usual, we have a reading from the Bible. Today we're gonna, just read a well-known psalm, really, Psalm 23. I know most people, including myself, could repeat that out of the head, but that's our reading for today, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23, this is the word of the Lord. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading, hearing, and doing of his words. Let me say a pleasant good morning to our party leader and president, Dr. Friday and his family, Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday and family. To our past leader and president, Brother Annie Eustace and family. To all of our members of parliament, elected and nominated, and their families. To all of our caretakers and their families. To all of our executive members of the party and their families, the chairpersons and their families, we say a pleasant good morning to you all as well. To all of our past parliamentarians and their families, we say a pleasant good morning to you all in a very special way. There's some of them who are still alive, some have passed in the great beyond, but some are still here with us. And we want to say a pleasant good morning to you all and your families. To all of our supporters throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines and those in the Caribbean and the wider world, we say a pleasant good morning to you at this time. I know a lot of you are tuning into the program even right now, so we just want to say a pleasant good morning to you. We're having great weather here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines this morning. I trust that it is the same with you wherever you are. And to all other persons, every Vincentian, we want to shout you up whether you are at home or abroad. We say a pleasant good morning to you, whether or not you're a supporter of the New Democratic Party. But we just want to say a pleasant good morning to you as being a Vincentian, because we, in the New Democratic Party, we believe in governing the country for all. So we want to shout you up. And I can't leave out Central Kingston, the most wonderful people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I know you're going to forgive me for that because I'm from Central Kingston. So shouting up the most wonderful people in the constituency, in the country, that's the people of the constituency of Central Kingston. Just want to big you up, big up all the folks there, those guys in the block in Green Hill, near the ball ground there next to Gary Shop. You want to big up all the blocks, those in Lago Height, those over in Sharps, down in Kingston Park, Paul's Avenue. Just want to big up the folks there, and big up everybody. But there have been, since I've been here on Friday, there have sadly, been couple deaths in our constituency, and also I got up this morning alone and have another shooting, this time of a lady. Very sad. That has bring us to 41 homicides, 39 murders. So it's a sad day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But while we were at Green Hill on Monday, I better say it before I go into that. Let me just thank everybody who participated in one way or the other and contributed in one way or the other to our Independence Fund. We did have fun in the morning. There was a lot of rain. At one time, I thought that we were not gonna be able to have anything. But after all, the afternoon just held up superbly. The sun came out, the place dried off, and trust me, not a drip of rain came again. And we had a very good time, with the Major and Central Kingston NDP constituency. It was a real fun day for everybody. All the children enjoyed themselves. I know with the um, running, pulling up water from one end to the next, the sack race and all of that. They had a very, very good time. So I just want to thank everyone who made that possible for helping out in one area or the other, and those who contributed one thing or the other. We just want to thank you very much. I thank you on behalf of the Major, myself as the chairman, and the constituency. I know today's Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to having the Major in today. So I know that when he come, he will add his thanks as well to that. But I truly want to thank everyone. But while we were there, in the early part of the night, we got the news that one of our constituents, a member of the Sharps party group, passed away. Germany Otley. Yes, she passed away yesterday. So to her family and friends, we just want to send out on behalf of the Major, who is our representative, myself as the chairman, and the NDP constituency division, we want to send out condolences to her family. Whenever it's the funeral, we will be there by the grace of the Lord. As long as we are alive, we surely will be there to give support. And then yesterday afternoon, as I jump out of the van, just came from Kingston and came back home. As I came out of the van to rest down a bag in a sister's porch, she just said to me that, Mr. Simmons not too long passed away. Yes, that is Simon Simmons in Green Hill. Those people from Green Hill know him very well, originally from Beckwith. So those people in Beckwith will know him too. Yes, he passed away yesterday. There's an old man in the village there, and he passed away, and I went and carried my condolences to the family there yesterday evening. But we just want to say it publicly now on the radio. Condolences to the family of Mr. Simon Simmons of Green Hill. I know him since a little boy. As a matter of fact, my mother said he saw me when I was 2 years old, and he just liked me. So I kind of grew up around him. At one time, the guys thought that those guys who usually come when he was sailing, when he come home, a lot of them will come by him. So anytime the time was close for him to come, they would always meet me in town and ask me if my daddy reached, because they thought it was my daddy. No, but he wasn't my daddy. But they didn't know because they're not from Green Hill. So I know him pretty well. I grew up around him. So he has passed to the great beyond. So condolences. And then to the sister who got killed last night. I don't know her so well. I've seen her a few times, yes, but I can't say I really know her, just know her face. But I want to send condolences to her family as well. And we trust that God will comfort the hearts of the bereaved, even in this time of their loss and of their grief. So I'm going to play this song for all the bereaved families, not only those that I name, but for those who would have passed in other constituencies who I don't really know of. I love to play this song for you.
In the storm, and it seems like forever, and your nights of confusion, it seems oh so long. Your ship has lost anchor, and the storms that you drifted, but your night's almost over. So ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God's right there with you. You may not feel it, but you're not alone. You're hurting now, but your answer is coming. So hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Remember his promise, said I never leave. Though the waters are raging, they will do you no harm. So don't give up this battle, for your answer is coming. Just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. God's right there with you. You may not but you're not alone. You're hurting now, And
Light up your storm. Yeah, so that was for all the bereaved families in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but especially for those that I spoke about, the one who got killed and two who died in the constituency there of Central Kingston. It's a sad time. I really thought that the shootings had slowed down, and I was very optimistic that we probably mightn't have any more for the year. But this morning took me out of that little optimism. But I'm still an optimist. I'm still hoping that we will not have any more or much more for the year, because we had 55 homicides last year, 52 murders, and this is now 41 homicides and 39 murders. So we're hoping that they don't climb much past there at all. If we could stay right there for the year, I will be very, very happy.
watching the time, how the people are moving and memory to myself. Wish it never had to be the way I see this world running. Shouldn't have to be. Cause now every man's cup is filled with hate and overflowing. Father, I know things are going wrong, yeah. It's wickeder than before. We really checked that we could have run things, but it never looks so anymore. No. Come down, Father, come down. Come down, Father, come down. Whenever you come down, Father, come down, baby. Come down, Father, beg you come down. In my heart, I know that you won't let your chosen people suffer. I know you'll never let us down. No, no, no. Many times I could have picked up a gun, I could have go out the street and play big gun. That's no fun, no. Sure ain't no fun, oh no. Cause I think what would happen if the other man thinks the same? Then bullets fall like rain. It's no fun, no. No, it's no fun. Oh, I see greed and I see selfishness. Every man is for himself. Only you can talk to them, Father, cause they listen to no one else, no. Come down, Father, come down. I beg you, come down, Father.
Well, anytime you hear that song in the studio around the time of the Newtimes program, there's only one person in the studio. I wouldn't tell you how he is dressed, but I will tell you he came. He's a batsman, and you can't time him out because he came with all his batting gears this morning. So you know that when he settle in the wicket, he gonna be batting. So that you can look forward to. So in the studio with me this morning is my own representative, vice president of the New Democratic Party, no other person than Honorable Major Sinclair Leacock, three times representative for Central Kingston. I nearly put him over by Fitz. And I have no doubt in my mind, as long as God spare our lives, that he will be the next representative. So that will make him a four-time representative of Central Kingston. Good morning, Major. Welcome to another New Times program. I know your people are listening, and whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are listening. Speak to your people.
Morning, Chairman Eagle. And I said chairman because, as he has indicated, he is the chairman of Central Kingstown for very many years, 20 plus years. That's a long time of service. We almost have share similar time in official service to the constituency, although we would have been there long, long before that, independent and private capacity. Um, Spicy is speeding in because obviously we don't have some things in place. I don't know if it's the recording, if it's the cameras, if it's the song levels, but we will just dilly dally and give her enough time um, to get herself sorted out. I don't know if she's going to do one of those free advertisements for me this morning. I don't know if she can do. But give us a few seconds and we will get going. But I was in fact saying good morning to Igel, and I also want to thank Igel for the privilege and the opportunity to be here to share with him this morning. And this is partly so too because Boat himself is not available. Boat is away on some official duties in his professional life. I think it's not unfair to say that. We don't take time out to recognize um, the human source that Bort has given to Stevenson Iger.
True.
He's been in the vineyard for football for very, very many years. He probably will take us all the way back to grammar school and say he played for form this and form that, all of which may be true. And you could look at Bort and say he must have been a good defender. He was not
Yeah,
as a striker.
the height, you're right. The
Except he's
height and
coming in to
size.
really to the finishing when the cross and then you can put that ball into the goal. And then you may add on to say what he played house football. I believe all of that. I have never heard his name called to say he represented the grammar school. But I may have lost my history, so that may be true.
I know you ain't hearing you, so you
Well,
can't
I'm glad
respond.
you heard me. So I take advantage and talking behind his back, people said, But I know he had a lot to do in the Calico Stubbs passage there.
Yes, yeah, definitely. A lot of football in that area.
Dave Gray and my boy,
When the league was going, Roger Gowley and those guys,
would run for
yeah.
the money, in the soccer, in the Formula of the whole club. Roger has a similar kind of part to being outstanding
True.
coach as well as referee and as bring their own club and teams. But to get serious to the point, because Roger qualifies in a sense in the same way.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting goodwill ambassadorships for the contribution.
I noticed, yeah.
But many of them may have to work that Roger Gowley has given.
True,
football.
true.
Not where by half. I'm not taking from anybody else, so I'm not going to call no name, no number. But if some people who have been honored for sports culture thing, Roger Gowley was there when Simmons came 73 in the world.
Yes.
I'm seeing a lot of things and I voting. By the way, and I'm sure a lot of people have, we still have not found a way to record for posterity. Not just to reward, but also to award for posterity the seminal success of our 1979 footballers.
That's true.
Got independence.
Yeah.
Those who made the breakthrough and made us believe in ourselves. Well, we came second in Suriname,
True.
which was a powerhouse
at the time. Yeah.
And there's still a number of them around here. I know some private individuals, ex-policemen and kind of top Tanis has done it, I know. But people like Tyrone Barrow and
Guy Low, Ralty Low.
Well, Ralty did get a recognition.
Okay.
And but there are a number of them. I think Kumbi, Kato might have been in that team. I'm not very sure. But there are a number of them who are still around. Many have unfortunately gone to the grave.
To the grave, yeah.
But those who are around, I think there should be some, whether it's a postage stamp, whether it's some mural, whether it's some Hall of Fame place. We can take cricket, football business and create in the cricket place to recognize them.
True,
I don't know if the Football Federation has an office or a building where they can put them up with an appropriate plaque and recognition, But
true.
It is something that should go on for in perpetuity, in other words, generations
unborn. To come to know your history.
Should hear of those guys and what they did for Simmons and then, and there's some other football. But I want to get back to Bort, because Bort has been making great heights as an assessor of referees, and Bort has in fact been assessing many international referees.
Referees,
who have
yeah.
gone to World Cup football. He's been on the field assessing them. And people who are in the big league, as we would say, he's been called to duties there. And I think he's out there this morning doing some preparatory media preparation work related there too. If I'm wrong, but then you will correct me. Behind my back, just like I did to you. So, because better when you can't defend yourself. But I just want to salute your work and know that
Yes.
people remember you. It may well be that he will have to wait till end the prison government
You never know.
for his work to be rewarded and awarded. But soldier on board, we appreciate it. I'm gonna be here this
Definitely.
morning to share with you. I don't know if you want to allow if you call us to get off the chest what they have in the chest.
Yeah, once they call, yes, we want
No,
to
because
call.
once I start to talk and I'm gonna go on and
Oh, okay.
so I don't know if you want us to give them the next 15 minutes if there's anything burning that they want to
That
get
they
in
want
the
to,
deal,
okay.
I will accommodate them. But I have a few things I want to talk to coming out from yesterday's parliament. And one of the matters is of very personal note and experience. And I
Okay.
agonized a lot in parliament yesterday for that matter. So I'll speak to that.
Okay.
But I'll also speak to the motion that was in parliament yesterday as well.
Okay.
Because those things need to be explained. And as per usual, when I'm here as a vice president, I do my best to lift the party up, to give them an insight to what I know
True.
and minimize what I don't know, but try to motivate and encourage them to keep faith and hold solid ground until that time, and as I like to say, we get to the promised land. So, the voice levels were too low, spicy. Nobody was hearing me. All those wonderful things.
So maybe was hearing, but not well.
They had to strain their ears. Michael did that. He set me up. Yeah.
I asked you if you hear it. You tell
But
me.
you would agree that spicy looks very nice, Michael.
Yeah,
She does
definitely.
look very nice.
Yeah, so yes, caller. So
If
the lines are open.
the lines are open,
If you want
if
to
there are any
make
matters
your
that you
call
want to
now,
raise now with me before I go into
because once the major start, you may
my
not
subject
get
matter,
that
I would not want to break my concentration.
opportunity until after the break. So right now you can make your call if you
I'm so inclined.
if you're so inclined, and then after major will think. But while I'm waiting for the call, major, Monday we had our program in Green Hill.
Yeah.
I know I did my part as a chairman, but I know you would want to say something, but somebody is calling. So
Yes,
let me
certainly.
take them.
Yeah.
Welcome to Newtimes.
Girl, thank you very much for welcoming me.
Yes.
Major, thank you.
Thank you for coming to our fun day.
Well,
Thank you for supporting our
I
food
opened back
stall and
today.
our bar. Careful when
Well,
you go
I
opening
call
up
you. I
because
call you to
I gotta
congratulate
swing
you.
the ball from both sides, you know.
I tell you, man. I used to open back for Spartans.
For Spartans?
Okay.
I am one of the persons who propelled Spartan up into the A division.
Well, I was in Victoria Village and on Sunday at the funeral for
The only bad thing you hide from me.
But I hear they call your name up there. I hear about stubborn youths. I hear about this. I hear about that. I hear about Lorraine
Yeah, man,
George.
most of these organizations, man,
I hear about
most of these. My cousin Lorraine brought me out as a young chap.
And he didn't pick you just because of all his family.
None at all. I have a bigger brother who used to perform, man.
Morning, Lorraine. Morning. And morning, Sister George. I saw her at the funeral.
Look for him later.
Yes, I backslid a little bit, and I was just around for me, you know, but the young youth men them had many corner there.
Yeah.
Before I leave the church and went up there because somebody disobeyed,
Only saw your vehicle, I didn't see you.
Well, I was there. Very, very
low. I know that. I know
once you see the vehicle, you'll be somewhere.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I run right by the shop by the corner.
I know how it is sometimes.
From the time I reached there, yes, go ahead.
Man. I call to congratulate you on a well-organized function on Monday. It couldn't be better.
Yes.
You know, it chilled my heart to see those youth and so on enjoying themselves and all of that, you know.
Yes.
And it makes me wonder, you know, how it takes so long for we to have you in government.
Yes.
When you look at some of those government ministers, they cannot organize a function. Never in charge of chicken pen. never hear son or daughter say, Daddy, me head hurt me.
They can't even
And they are all over the place causing trouble to people's life.
But it's true, you know. What you say
It's
is
a
true.
fact, Major. The
It is
man
true.
doesn't analyze these things.
They
It's
can't even
true.
organize their own ministry
My
properly.
God.
Much
Have them in
organized
government
function.
wasting time, you know,
It is very, very
collecting all
true.
big money and doing foolish. Some of them just say, oh my goodness, man.
Very, very
We
true.
got to wake up in this country, man.
Very, very true.
Time for us to wake up.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah, Major, I wouldn't watch your back and listen to you. The runs your score.
I saw Kisho by the fake Kisho Shallow. So he was getting his food. He came very early. He like the bat open as well. So
yes,
I went
before yesterday.
Yeah, I went up to him and I speak directly and I said, "Twin this," because I know he said some people only can run single. I said, "What?" But you know, long time we run the first one fast.
Yes.
Twin this.
You can't look at so he's all around.
Yeah, we call the fields man to fumble.
I want to tell him.
Pressure them.
I want to tell him I was in touch with Frankie Jr. because the before yesterday was his birthday. And I give him some of the details of what's happening.
Yes.
I don't know if they usually keep in touch. But they were in business together.
Okay.
Yeah, so kiss you morning.
Yes.
And may God continue to bless you, man.
Yes.
And stay focused in a positive way, Kisho.
That's right.
All right, mate.
Okay,
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, bro.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Okay, sir.
God bless.
Yes, thanks. That brings me back to this
wrong one I pulled down.
Yeah, I really want to thank all those who contributed to the success of our Funday.
True.
And our Funday is truly now a Funday event.
Yeah.
A completely different event to the one who is have all in the day on Fisherman's Day with Monday, you know. And you can measure that by the number of young children from some under 5, I might believe.
Yeah.
And a lot between the age group of 5 and 10 and 10 and 10 to 12 and that kind of age group that came there and took part in the lime and spoon race. Those who took part in the filling up the bottled water. Those who took part in the 3-leg race.
Sack race.
Well, we use garbage back for the sack. Some of the footballs and come out and they won't disqualify them. But children of that age group will not be present unless their parents and or guardians, and in some cases grandparents, are present. So it tells me that the event has its own clientele. Let's take the caller. Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Newtimes.
Yeah, I'm calling here to let the people, the young people, the people of this nation stop allowing the Prime Minister rape the country, rape the young people of this country in bribing them, like pushing things at their hand at a moment of the eve of election. Or let me make this clear. When I say rape, I don't mean like rape somebody.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we understand that.
We understand. And it's a good thing you make it clarification because they like to jump on everything. True. So it's good you're doing it the way you're doing it.
So it
you simply mean take advantage of in a bad way.
Yeah. So this is one of the things I wanted the people, especially young people.
But it's not just the young people. It's not just the young people, no. But you're right in identifying the young people, but there are others too.
Yeah, because all those good we talking about the nurses and this, so why you leave out the rest of the people?
Well. Here.
You're pointing it.
You have the time?
Yeah.
You have the time for us to have a conversation, or you just want to hit and run?
Well, I don't know how much money you have.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry, but you're making an important point, and we have to support you. Because it is obvious that as they get close to the election, it's not about the people who he is offering these things to. It is in transactional, something for something. He's giving you something to get back something. And as crazy as it is, he's really giving back your own money to get more power, you know. And a lot of the things that he's promising, he don't even have those monies at his disposal at the moment.
True.
Hello?
So to do a lot of them, you'll come and further tax you, and then give it back to you. Or alternatively, and most of the money is probably spent, what he had put aside from what we call the contingencies fund, the 1% tax he had put on, he'll take it from that. But you see, he understands Vincentians. He understands a kind of belly full approach. Some people have to politics. You have to say things very carefully, never see, come see. And it is amazing. You're talking about giving them $200 and $300 and $500. But he also understands the psychology of what is a US dollar. They just get nearly $7 million in US money every year, come through the airport by Majuro late night when the airport closed down. And those US dollars, when they go in the consistency with 100 US or 200 in a jersey and in a cap and a shake hand, or you take out the wallet, this bag of money mentality is what have a lot of way in this poverty.
And also what when you're telling people, you rush in to start a hospital. You can't wait. You rush in to start a hospital. Just like what you do at the airport. And you're talking about telling people, vote me back to finish it. And all that kind of stuff. And that's so you get money from sin suffering to build back a lot of house. Nothing done.
But you take me off of the fair with the contribution that you're making. I was in the park on Sunday night. 45 years anniversary.
Yes.
I was there 45 years ago as the officer in charge of the foreign forces on parade, because I would have been the commandant of the cadets at that time. I think that's the first night I became a major too, that I wore the chevrons to be a major. But this year, 45 years after, I find myself not as a major or a captain or a military officer on parade, but as a parliamentarian in the pavilion, recognized, and I thank God for that. But I had to do something in the park that I would not have contemplated 45 years I would have to do. And still when someone say that, among the officialdom, when Ralph hurled his insults at the opposition, because he made some pejorative, rude, disorderly remarks about us in opposition, I booed him.
Yeah.
And I know his family looked wrong, and others looked wrong, and I booed again. And as often as he said something that was disparaging and not becoming of a prime minister speaking at a nation, I said stupidness. And as he go around, I said more stupidness. And that's who Major is, straight up.
Straight up.
In your face. And don't tell me I have to look left and right or behind. Who hear me? Don't invite me to your home and insult me.
No, not at all.
I'll defend my integrity.
Yeah.
And what the Prime Minister did in that speech, if nothing else, when he referenced the opposition and tried to use the bully pulpit he had to gain political advantage, is unbecoming of any statesman. And if he does it again, I'll boo him again. And as often as he does those things, I will confront him.
You're not a statesman, and he will never be a statesman.
I will confront him.
And I agree with you.
I ain't taking that nonsense.
Hello?
I agree with you.
So call us out to take over some call, but you're on the ball with the things that you're observing. But be mindful of the fact that we are onto him, and we will give him no space. We'll give him no space. I don't know if the call is still there or it's finished, as he said. And it sounds that way because I'm not getting a response. So that happened, Michael.
Probably is.
Yeah. Michael, let me go back to the fair. And repeat what you said. I want to express condolence to Gemma, to Pumpkin. Gemma used to be very faithful in her good, strong, healthy days. And she would make an effort to come to our meetings and participate and contribute. You have a caller? You have a notice?
Spicy a gypsy, when you come here for me, please.
Go ahead, or you have
go ahead, and when they come, I will.
Correct the problem. You get a notification or something wrong.
Somebody want thing. I don't know how to bring them in and that.
Yeah. So
So I want to express condolence to them. And I want to say it's not just a matter of the representatives saying and expressing my condolence, but as I told Cassie, the head of my Young Democrat yesterday, that every time one of these supporters from the constitution passes on, especially those who are extremely close to me, and I was close to the Simmons when I go there to buy gas occasionally in the village, or just a social greeting, it really pains you very, very much in a very emotional way. Because it is like if the people in whose name and honor you are serving and wanted to come into political office so that they can receive the benefits of your service are not there to enjoy it and appreciate you fulfilling your words, you know? So I'm so sorry to lose Gemma. I'm so sorry to lose Simmons. I'm so sorry to lose Albert. And I again express condolence to Queen and to Miss Simmons and to Pumpkin and the number of others who have lost loved ones. But they know God knows best. Rest peacefully, and may light perpetual continue to shine in them. As I would say in my personal condolence message, always continue to trust God. And if we believe and hold firm to those resurrection forces, you will see a loved one again.
Definitely.
You know what you have to do. Pray God to give you the time to do it and try to make your election sure.
Amen. And, those girls who got so excited when they saw Dr. Friday was at the home, they're in St. Vincent now.
Oh, they're here?
They're here, and they will be going on the boat ride with us.
Oh, they're here. Because they come for the funeral?
Come for the funeral.
Hello?
The funeral will be on the 16th.
10th?
Hello?
Oh, the funeral is 16th,
The funeral
sorry.
is 16th.
The boat ride is
the
10th.
boat ride is 10th.
Yeah, so we have a lot of funerals lining up.
Yes, yeah.
In the
Hello?
constituency, yeah.
So
Because you had said he went down in Bottom Shafts. He also
Shafts,
passed as well
yeah.
this week as well. Huh? Condolence to him and his
Yes,
family, to his family as
I
well.
remember that one.
Yeah.
When I speak about the others, maybe
Yes.
those are more recent. Because Monday
But the rate at which when people died at the NDP, you'll feel that the whole constituency belongs to NDP.
I know, because enough
Yeah.
supporters we lost in the time there, you know.
We must be approaching nearly 2,000 people died since I'm in the constituency
I wonder
as a
because
representative. And we're still winning.
I know.
Because the young ones coming forward.
Enough people.
But I want to thank for the fair as well, because he was not 100% good health. Cassie and on behalf of his mother Devon for continue to lend us their home and their premises for storage, for preparation. It's like the business center for our event. And opening the home and the heart stores. I have to thank him.
True.
But Cassie also was not 100% fit. But
he still came
and he did, and what he did made a difference. And there's always strength in numbers.
True.
And you have to love and appreciate the young ones. This is we are young people. Maybe they don't always do things in our time and our place. And Shanika and
my brother. I call him there again.
Yeah, Ron Roy from the Rocks Day. Let me thank Romance Ken, his wife, for that.
Yeah.
She seems to have a way of it, how she can mother the young dems and galvanize and move them around. And I tell you, Ren Roy and Shanika Black Squad coming there.
Yeah, they help
got us
out
off
a lot.
help.
Yeah.
They got us off to a great start, getting the tables up,
because
and all the menial things that had to be done. So the young people's role in getting the fair fund going was pivotal, and I feel good when I see them active and doing it. Because left me alone, I'll say, well, enough of that. In fact, I think I'm going to say that this is the last one to me, because I find it real hard. But I don't think many other constituencies could do that in the way we do it tonight. No Commons has his August Monday thing, which is kind of different.
I know.
I will encourage our colleagues to try and do it, but it is not an easy thing to put on those events.
True. And we usually have more than one. It's not a
We have
one
more than
event
one.
we have. So
And at this time, we have a lot of back-to-back because
True.
we're out of that and we're going into shops.
bring
with
your bamboo and come.
Bring your
Which
bamboo
is
and come.
Tuesday coming.
It's this Tuesday.
Yeah.
So when is All Saints night? The Monday night or the Wednesday night?
Hello?
The night after.
That All Saints is what, the
When is it
second?
light up the cemetery? Yeah.
The second is gonna be the first is Friday, the second is Saturday.
So this Saturday
Yeah.
is All Saints night when they go to the cemetery.
Yeah.
It's this Saturday
the
night.
second, yeah. Tomorrow Friday the first.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So Friday is the first, tomorrow is end of the month.
Because Cassie them was planning an event for tomorrow.
Oh,
For Friday night, we wanted was to have a cookout and lime out at Green Hill Hard Court with Danford and company there.
oh, okay.
Which is not your night.
No, you don't know.
I don't know. So Cassie wanted to be clear with that wasn't the
right, that wasn't that was
wasn't that night.
Saturday the second.
So maybe Cassie will, if he's listening or is listening this Friday night, maybe night where we could go and do some soup. Plus some Rasta soup, he might do that one.
Yeah, he might make that one without meat. Yeah,
no, the meat is at the bottom. Don't go and tell like,
they ain't want no meat.
No, well, they're gonna drink from the top. And some pillow or buy some barbecue wings or some sauce food or some kind of things. But we have to keep the youngsters together and show appreciation.
Yeah, definitely.
Them, I reach back up there to look for Punk on them and
them guys
up the ground.
Yeah, them guys on the block there. I big them up on the block there because they're always there and they always rally with the major when the time comes.
Yeah, but that's always the good thing about Central Kingston events. I mean, all around you have is so much love and so much appreciation. And the Green Hill community supports the Green Hill Fund. Yes, we are glad when we get people from here, there, and everywhere, all over the constituencies, but we are the state away, the community.
Definitely.
I didn't say the constituent, the community
yeah.
could support the event and make sure that it by itself is a great success.
Definitely.
Morning, Lennon, morning, Joe. And all it.
Yeah, them guys do. Them guys do miss at all, but
yeah, we have some great guys that come here. I don't have liberty to call people's name on radio.
I know.
So I be very careful, sometimes.
But those two, you could call them. There ain't no problem there at all.
So again, thanks very much. We don't have as many pictures as we should have, Eagle. I don't know if you took any pictures. I didn't take many pictures.
No, because my phone, the phone.
And you didn't have problem. So I don't know if the SG has pictures or the PRO has pictures, but we need to get some pictures for the party to post.
Definitely. My phone was giving too much problem. All not giving problem.
I have to get pictures out and
done shut down there now, wouldn't I?
I didn't have enough time to do that. Yeah. We have a caller?
Yeah, caller coming. Welcome to Newtimes.
Good morning, brother.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Nice, good, and wonderful. My major.
Good morning to you.
And who else is there with you?
Hello?
Anybody else with you?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
All right. My major, the Prime Minister make a statement in the Independence Speech. And I want to know what he said. I give it a gold medal to some student who do this and who do that. I will give them a gold medal out of my own hand.
Hello.
I said, what's going on there? They're influencing young people.
Just keep it on the table.
All years, and I give them a gold medal, but now coming for an election, you're going to say gold medal? How that? And he make another statement again. He say he never get fired. I want to ask myself, the Prime Minister. What happened to Mr. Charles? We run one time. They say he win his seat by 150 when they take off his life. And you don't feel you should just go back and run back. But what do? You put for he and another man who contest. To see who go win back, you see. You didn't get no result. What are you doing? Bring back Mr. Shaker, will resign. And throw Mr. Charles and the other guy.
You
So
must
then
have,
I fire
That's
him.
a different Charles.
Eh?
That's a different Charles.
that was Max.
Two
You
different
want to
Charles.
run from Bukumen.
Yeah, so you're speaking about two different Charles. So if you're speaking, you don't explain yourself.
I'm talking about Central Leeward representative Mr. from Bukumen. Remember, he run to the end, to the ULP and
Call him on
win
the
Mr.
radio.
Hull.
Must I speak to you now
He's
or
going to get
could be done
Mr.
later?
Hull.
I said I'm
And
on
when they take
radio.
off, he like
Can I
a
speak to you
Bukumen
now
when
or
them not come to
or
vote.
could be done later?
Yeah, but you know it's no
Hello?
duty.
When them not come to vote, the Bukumen just like come off.
Right, but
I'm
I
saying
And
I'm
when
on
said
he like
radio.
come back, they say he win by 150
50
votes.
votes, I know. But I'm saying by now, you know that the Prime Minister and anybody you can listen to when it comes to the truth. It is very little truth that he speaks. So when he says something that isn't true, to me, that's the normal thing. When he says something that is true, that ain't normal for him at all.
So when I hear you talking about you never fired, nobody never get fired from his party. So not fired, the Mr. Charles.
Mr.
Because
Hazelwood,
he play with
But
mercy.
don't bother with
Brother Hazelwood,
Hello.
sometimes when you're making a contribution and people trying to join the conversation with you to help enrich what you say, you tend not to listen. Because the way you're putting it over, important as it is, because you're making an important point, it doesn't get the full meaning and understanding from the public because you're onto something. And this is it. Ralph says that he never fired any cabinet member during his term of office up to today. That is correct. But your point, which is even more correct, is that he didn't have to fire them.
just move them.
He moved them out. He rotated them after every 2 terms. He got rid of a lot of people. And he got rid of them because he didn't allow any of his other members to become powerful or so important that they may challenge him or have independence of mind. So he got rid of Mike Brown, he got rid of Rene Batiste, he got rid of this, he got rid of that, he got rid of the other. He kept rotating people out and bringing into you on those who you can control. That's one point. The second point, which I don't know if that's what you were saying. One time they manipulated the system in Central Kingston with Elvis Charles, I think, and Beresford Phillips. That was correct, I
That
guess?
wasn't, yeah, but that wasn't the one he was talking
That's what,
about.
so that's why I was. So when you spoke about Charles, I was wondering if that's what you're speaking about. That what you're speaking about, the Charles in Central Leeward,
Yeah.
where you replace him with Straker.
Yeah.
But again, it's the way that he manipulates the selection. So so that's your point.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
accepted.
he bring him out of he bring down his prayer.
Yes, and
And he bring him out of the church and replace him to take over.
absolutely correct.
So come like a fire them.
It's come like you fire them.
Yes.
It comes like you fire
That's
them.
the point I'm making.
And we accept your point.
Yeah.
All right, Meji.
Okay.
We accept your point.
I hear now.
Yes.
Meji,
Yeah.
when you're in Parliament and you roll Skylarker, no, man, when you're firing Lassie, no.
That's why he
Because
named
you
the
want the
major.
man, no.
That's why he named the
When
major.
you have a point and you raise your point and the speaker is so biased, he wouldn't allow nobody the opposition to finish their point where they have it. You see? All right, go ahead, the Prime Minister. You go ahead.
But you see, all those are ways in which you exercise control. When you pay the Speaker of the House his salary, that's the same as that of being a Minister of Government. You think the Speaker will go against you and give up his salary?
No. Well, that's something I said.
So that's what's happening. Your thing by the mouth that you feed, you muzzle by the mouth that feed you.
Even when, excuse me, Major, even when the Prime Minister says something that is not true, and the opposition stand up and rebut that and ask the Speaker of the House to ask the Prime Minister with See, Prime Minister say, and we join none. And we
Exactly.
join none.
Exactly.
So therefore, he respect the Speaker of the House.
Yes, he behaves as though he speak.
And that's wrong.
It is wrong. It is wrong.
Okay, Major.
Okay,
Thanks
bro.
again for your
All right, thank you.
contributions.
All right,
Well, some useful observation by the
definitely.
callers.
And he is always on the ball too.
He's
Not
always
the
on the
old
ball.
guy, but he
He
really
knows what he said.
he has a good head and he knows politics, well.
Any other callers, Eagle? Or
Well, I don't see any right now. Your
I-
brother was trying to get him on the
Alvin?
live stream, but I ain't get him in it. So
I'd like him to get in. Alvin, if you're trying to get in and you can't get on the live stream, try and get in on the try back on the live
if you're
stream.
listening, try back on the live stream, Mr. Leacock, Dr. Leacock.
Because my brother was not present, but he played a very important role in the independence celebration. In that, as you know, he is the member of the our family, that takes the initiative in having established what we call the Elsa Elizabeth Leacock Foundation. I spoke to this issue last week, and I don't want to be boring and self-centered and repeat ourselves. But because he was a band member of the Corps of Drums, he was a bugler for us.
Okay.
Then he became a trumpeter. You see, all of us had that experience. I was a foundation member, and I understand my name was called of the band. That was formed by Alan Court, and I started as a bugler. And my brother, now deceased Leroy Leacock, also became a bugler, and then Alvin became a bugler, and my son became a bugler, and my niece became buglers.
And you stop bloody thing what me we
I blew a different tune though. I blew a political tune. But he organized a foundation in the name of my mother, because sometimes the bugle noise could be very noisy, loud and powerful. And oftentimes it will annoy your mother at home. Worse still is when all the bugle friends came home and we practiced in the porch. Sometimes she used to run away. Even though you encouraging the one, on the other hand, it's a lot of noise in she head.
True.
But she had to really accommodate a lot of our cadet friends and band members' friends, and Alvin even more so than I. Because he the one who helped to change us from a drum corps to a musical band, where you can read music and so on and so forth. But he gathered a lot of uniform parts for the cadets. They call them accessories, and designed them. So we found that the cadets, as it was turned out this year and on the parade, the beautiful spectacle that you see with the breastplates and the lanyards and the chevrons and the one time the plumes that they wore with the berets and a lot of the other paraphernalia, the sash that the drum major wears. He organized and all these things from England, and in the design incorporated some of our own history and culture, like the petroglyphs, shape design things on the uniform and so forth. But I don't want to go off into a family thing. I just buy in time in the hope that he could come in. My phone is reverberating a bit. I hope it's going to clear to the callers. I guess we have a quarter for now. Do I go back?
Yeah, 14. We have 14 minutes to.
So go back to yesterday's parliament now.
So the brother's still trying, I don't know. Maybe I do.
You seen him? We'll call.
I seen him, but
why he doesn't call straight onto the phone?
Well, maybe he can call on the phone, but he getting on the live stream. But I don't know. If anything, he may have come back.
And Spice not getting him in. That's what she was trying?
Yeah, she was trying to get him.
I think I'm hearing him,
Yeah, she said, but I ain't.
Alvin?
Yeah, hi.
Alvin?
Hello?
Hello?
I thought I was hearing him.
Hello?
I don't know, so.
All right.
Yes, well, for now, maybe you can come back in after,
because making the program quite disjointed.
Yeah.
So let me go to yesterday's parliament. A lot of people would have listened, and I joined my leader, Dr. Friday, in making a contribution to the bill on a motion that came to the bill yesterday.
To the House.
To the House, yeah. And basically what came yesterday by way of the supplementary estimates
was that the government came back yesterday to, in a sense, tidy up and regularize a request for some monies um, to address two of the products that were there. Now, maybe I read it. Whereas Section 73 of the Constitution of the Grenadine provides for the laying of supplementary estimates before the House Assembly. If in respect of any financial aid it is found that the amounts appropriated by the appropriation law to any purpose to which no amount has been appropriated by that law, a lot of legal terms, or that any monies have been extended for any purpose in excess of the amount appropriated law, or for a purpose which no amount has been appropriated by that law. And whereas supplementary estimates number 2 of 24 have been prepared and laid in the House Assembly, be it resolved that this House approve the supplementary estimates number 2 of 2024. And this was by the Minister of Finance.
Okay.
Basically, the government has had approval already this year in the budget for monies for the port. And then they also had approval for monies for the acute hospital.
Okay.
But when Beryl came, in one instance, in one project, it affected certain activities of the capital program. And they had to make changes to originally approved funding sources so that some monies that were at the disposal of the government could get as quickly as possible to relief efforts.
Okay.
So you had to put back that money, as it were. But when they put back the money now, you had to put it back through a different agency that was giving you the money.
Okay.
Because you had to get approval from the last agency where they voted the money from.
Yes.
To spend the money for a different purpose to what they gave you. So it was neither here nor there how much money was spending. And that's why you didn't have a lot of robust debate on the subject matter between the opposition and specifically Dr. Friday. And a number of us made contributions. I took time out, and sometimes you have to say these things a little bit slowly and a little carefully so that or people could understand and grasp properly what they're speaking about. The government has been borrowing a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of the money that they have been borrowing have also been going to important infrastructural projects. The port is a case in point. The hospital is a case in point. We have to be careful and guard as to what we agree to and what we disagree with. Because certainly if you have an improved port and a policy framework for using the port, it can make sense. Equally, your health comes before your wealth. Or people want to know that we have the best health facilities that are available, where when sickness meet them, they can get proper attendance to. But every time you do those, because the country has no fat, by no fat I mean we have little or no money of our own.
Yeah.
The dance can't pay for the light.
True.
And we could hardly afford or support taxing our people more to get that money. And we haven't come up with any real creative means of how we can bring more money to look after ourselves. Let's keep it simple as that, you know. But it's a very important area of where we are going as a country that you have to speak slowly and carefully for our people to explain what is happening. Because the borrowing, borrow means more debt, more debt, more debt. Remember the analogy I drew? That you were down in a water tank, and the water was by your ankle, then it by your shin, it by your knee, it by your waist, it by your chest, it by your shoulder, it by your throat. And if you ain't careful, that water eventually will drown you. If you can't swim, and you can't swim in a water tank. And then, so you have to be mindful. So that's what's happening to the debt. But a country needs to know and understand that the construction sector of the country contributes a big portion, this gross domestic product, to its development. It creates jobs and opportunities for artisans, our contractors, our tradesmen, or suppliers of aggregate and other things and so forth. So you want that to continue. But you're trying to say, well, you want that. You don't want all of that to come only because you have to borrow for that. It would be better if you could have all of that, all of these construction and infrastructure going on. And while you may want certain amount of borrowings, but if you could increasingly put some of your own money, or have, so that you're not getting deeper and deeper into that. That's what you have to be trying to do. That's the conversation we was having. That's one aspect of the conversation. How do we get the two things? How we get the debt to hold off, but still have the infrastructure thing going. That's the battle. The other thing is that we have to pay attention to something that Andrew John says in a different context, but is relevant. Mortgaging our children's future. So that, and I have to use the real example, in the last loan that we got for the acute hospital, where we borrowed $336 million. If you're borrowing that money at a 5% interest, and you wasn't going to start to pay it back 10 years from now, by the time you start to pay it back, it does accumulate $200 million worth of interest. So that 10 years from now, what was 300 and something?
500 and something.
Reach 500. You understand? So you say, well, he said the interest rate will never reach 5%. So let's grant that to him. He said the most it might be is 3.5, but they would even try to get it down to 2.5. So even if we keep it at 3%, it means in 10 years, the interest could still almost reach $100 million.
Yeah.
So instead of 330, maybe 430. I'm speaking slowly that people could understand me. What I'm saying to him is more than one thing. When the people lend you money, start to pay the interest right away.
True.
Don't leave the interest to mount up till it's mount up to amount that is too much. And it's creating problems for you. If I'm saying, Nigel?
Yeah, of course.
Don't leave the interest to say that, oh, well, I have to pay from 10 years. There's no freeness in life.
True. If you ain't pay,
Pay
you still have to pay.
and keep things within a manageable level.
True.
That's the first thing. The second thing about it is that because people are not as sensitive and not, and I don't use the word badly, as educated as they should be on some matters, especially money matters, they may not easily realize that $330 million that you're borrowing today, for which you have 40 years to pay off, with the interest rising and rising and rising, by the time your great-grandchildren, or in some cases your grandchildren, don't pay for it. It wasn't 300 million,
No,
it's $1 billion.
Yeah.
It is $1 billion. Because it's just like that. And I agree with him. It's not every household experience has the same equivalence in governmental matters. But a lot of people could relate to what I'm saying. You went and you got this loan to build a house.
True.
And you're paying. But all the paying is just like the interest that the money goes going to the interest. The principal almost the same way. So we have to understand that. And he drew me back to a conversation that we had, an experience we had where the governor of the central bank says we need to achieve at least about a 7% growth. Now, that could become sophisticated, and I don't want to take us off in this direction. But it must be noted to be an important conversation. It must be important to know that's an important conversation. You want to get some? You get him on now? He's in? Alvin?
Yeah, hello.
Thanks. We got you in, Alvin. So I'll break.
Yes, I've been trying for a long while, and you don't move off my topic, which was really.
No, I'll go back to the topic.
Looking at the Independence Parade,
Yes, take me back there, please.
I don't know if we're not thinking in cinema that now that you're on social media and on this live stream, how the camera focuses on things, and when you make errors, it just picks it up, and then everybody could see it. And that we are global. I don't
Mhm.
think if people are aware of that in St. Vincent, because when you look at the parade, for instance, you see the cameraman on top the parade itself going on, taking pictures. And to me, that is just a no-no. You don't see that anywhere else in the world. You want to take pictures, you either use a boom or whatever the case may be, but to be running between the ranks, etc. This is a formal national parade. The Governor General is making an inspection on somebody, and the announcement talking about who lose their car keys and somebody blocking the road. I don't understand how we have lost all these things, in some way over the years, that we don't people not aware of these simple things, but it's how it comes over internationally is really, really what's going on here. You having a parade and people announcing about cat and dog and keys and whatever the case may be. I don't understand that, right?
Well,
Yes.
there are a lot of things, Alan, a lot of things, but you have to be. You're fortunate that you're an officer in the cadet force and you're a captain in the territorial army of the United Kingdom, and you have sensitivities that is not easily to solve because we don't have a uniformed culture. I won't even say a military culture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I mean, in America, it's amazing how possible. Thank you for your service, sir, for veterans. You probably have the equivalent thing in England where people respect people who wore the uniform. We take things for granted. So that you'll have basic things, Alan, for example, the troops will be marching past and they're
Yeah.
saluting you.
Yes.
And people sit down,
Sit down. Yeah.
and
And
which is
don't get up.
disrespectful
Very.
because you should stand to receive the salute from the troops. And if I do that when I'm in pavilion, people either feel ashamed of you want to play leader who tell you do that, and the mumble and grumble and so on and so forth. But it is really discourteous.
Yes.
Because when somebody salutes you, you salute them back, and your way of standing is returning the favor and showing, yes, I appreciate you. You can't
Yep.
get all those little basic things right. I mean,
Mm.
I'm not cutting off your speech,
Yeah.
but it has to be an outrage for a prime minister to feel that you could have people standing on a parade ground for 1 hour
To give a speech.
while you're speaking.
It's terrible.
However strong and well trained and equipped you are not to faint and rolling on the ball of your feet and rocking and doing and so forth. It is a big ask.
Yeah.
It's a
And,
very,
and
so that speech really should not be more than about a 15 minutes address and speak to the things that are germane to the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come here tonight on the 45th anniversary of independence to speak to you, to acknowledge you, to appreciate and to support you, to understand that as a small nation state, a number of things are happening. Clearly,
yeah.
by any measure, our crime and violence is at a level that is beyond us. We have to get to the bottom of it and identify those groups of people who are making life uncomfortable, this, that, and the other, effect now, this, that, and the other. And I give you the assurance as a Minister of National Security, those to be attended. I'm grateful for what my young people are doing in school, in education, and in sports and in culture, and will continue to advance this and that. I also want to say that I cannot forget, and I have to be eternally grateful for people on whose backs we have built St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I'm looking at the hospital, I'm looking at healthcare, I'm looking at how I can take care of the poor elderly, and I'm looking at that. Yes, too, besides education, our young people need to have opportunities for jobs and so forth. So we're paying our attention to our economy, blah, 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 blah. But all this mumbo jumbo about beating on the anvil of this and this civilization and what England do you and who shows you a way and when, how long you will be foot and all them kind of things. They on the Pleasant Park.
No, it ain't have no place. But I just want to just let me just finish off on that. So the display, the 45 was really nice with the lighting. But I'm saying you have three bands. Your band is a showpiece for any parade. You have three bands on the parade, and you want to tell me you can't light up them three bands when you light up the 45 at the same time? And then when the bands move off and they're doing the sticks, etc. So that in itself becomes a display. I don't understand that. I don't understand the thinking that going into it. And the other logistical thing is, when the prime minister them coming in the car, why is it they're going on that top road to come off in this big crowd, which is in itself just set aside as a security risk? Why can't the official car drive onto that part in the front of the parade day, alight onto the days, take a salute, and then go up into the little tent there, the official tent? Because that would seem to make more sense in terms of you don't have this congestion, you literally have to push past people in order for you to get onto the parade. Maybe because you want to shake hands, etc. and so forth. But that is a security risk. in
I hear you.
you know.
And Alan, and you are old enough to know too. I mean, I'm just complimenting your important contribution that you're making. Because the nation is so young, at 45 years now of celebration, half of St. Vincent don't know what we're talking about.
True.
Half of St. Vincent don't know anything other than this era.
Yes.
And so the idea of a parade in the night, which was a tremendous success in terms of the participation, people would know that in days of yore, many, many years ago, that the police would have night events at the park, which they used to
Yes.
refer to as tattoos.
Yeah, they'd come
And,
back later and have a tattoo.
yeah, and they would have lighted baton and drills and displays and so forth. And the old days of the traffic police driving through fire rings and all those sorts of things. People don't even have a clue as what we're talking about, but that is
It's true because I live so near the tongue, me never seen.
look like a lady, you know that. But it's not the first time we having night events at the park
Yeah.
with the police, and that's usually when the police they used a lot of use the recruits, for example.
Yeah, a
Usually
lot of
one that
recruits
our own,
in white vests and short
yes,
pants
yes.
and so forth.
Our
And
own Uncle
yes,
Cecil Scott was a master at those events.
yes,
Superintendent Scott.
you know.
I remember those things.
Okay.
But
So
Sunday,
having
you can't talk old time stories. But finish off yours there, and I'll take the break and then come back after
so
that.
having said that, I just want to go on to one major thing that
But I
really and
must thank you
truly,
to for what you're doing for our mother with the
yeah,
foundation. It's very appreciated. Yes.
yeah, it's good memories.
Yes.
The thing that struck me is the prime minister say, don't play lottery with politics, right? Just listen to me. I really found that so laughable. And then he go and he give out. I like we have a money tree in St. Vincent. St. Vincent have to have a money tree somewhere. For all this money that he gave out, which is like free lottery ticket, and say, look, again, all the free lottery ticket, take that chance, say so. But the only thing I
You,
want is
but,
that the
you know you
payment will
don't have
be
those monies.
exactly
Those
your
monies have
payment.
not been
So
approved by the parliament.
so he tell you don't gamble, but then
Yeah.
he in turn no give you
Yeah.
the tickets in which you gamble. I gonna give
Yeah.
you this, and I gonna give you that, I give you that. So you could gamble now
Yeah.
and the lottery and so forth. And
Yeah.
all that gambling is doing is ensuring that you mortgage off the future of the young people of St. Vincent. You're mortgaging off the children and the
keep himself in
grandchildren.
office.
Yes, and the hook, this hook in the gill
In the
is
gale.
just being embedded further and further and further. We'll take generations will be in blight because of what is being carried
But
on.
I spoke about that
You
yesterday
know,
in the parliament.
you know,
I spoke about it in
generations will be in
parliament.
blight. You know, so the biggest gambler is telling you don't play lotto. You know, play his kids play his card game. I
I
couldn't understand that at all.
don't frighten as time gone. You
Yeah.
will hear the amount of licks he will get and some of those
Yes.
things that to they won't afford him to get
But
all
we
the licks.
need to remind people though,
Time,
because those
time,
500 or so people that get fired, they
the
should be
time
coming forward
coming.
next day to campaign to say another 6 to strengthen this resolve so that when instead of fine 500, you'll fire 5,000. Because
Definitely.
But
that's what
that's
you're
the
going to
point,
do.
Alvin,
Yeah.
because that the independence of this is also an opportunity for him to address that. I want to say how sorry I am as a prime minister that I misjudged. I made a mistake. And I really want to offer public apology to all those teachers, nurses, doctors, public servants, sanitation workers who have suffered so badly for the last 2 or 3 years because of my misjudgment by sending them home. And I want to
People
give an
lose their
assurance
spouses,
I'll have you return to
the
work and
marriage break up.
with a
Oh,
recompense. That's a big man.
you
Have
know?
you ever heard
Yeah.
the Prime
Uh,
Minister for the years in
Say
Parliament,
sorry.
the 23 years, that he admit that he did something wrong?
No, I've never. But I'm just showing you, I got it.
No, I
No,
understand
I
that.
agree with you.
Yeah,
But that's the 15 minutes you want to be on the parade.
fair enough.
Not an hour.
But when he seemed to think of himself, that's from me viewing him.
Yeah.
That's the message I'm getting.
Yeah.
He thinks of himself as a God.
Lord God
Therefore,
Almighty,
he
after God is him.
cannot make mistakes.
Yeah.
He does not, even when a ruling will come against him, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem
Yeah.
like he want to admit that was something wrong he did.
Yeah.
And we must understand that so the time come when we just have to remove the guy from office
Yeah.
and allow the country to be free. Dr. Leacock, I
yes.
want to thank you for
Anything
your
else, Alan, before we go?
contribution because we have to go now for the break.
No, that's fine. I'm finished. I'm finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Again,
All right.
thank you for
All
the
right.
contribution to the cadet band.
All right,
And
fine.
sorry I didn't get you in before because I know
Yeah,
you
the
was
technology
crying.
fighting you like it fighting me.
Thanks,
All
Alan.
right.
All right.
Later. Bye.
Take care. Okay. Yeah, so Mitch, we're gonna go to the break now and then
Come back.
we'll come back. Because when you come back, I want to ask a question because you did make a point
But write
about
it down, because you had
me. Nah, I ain't forgetting that. when you come, when we come back. Nah. But wait, as you say that,
Sit down.
we could sit down because. Okay, let me get the break over here. Right, that's the thing.
You got it?
We didn't even have it in. That's what happened.
Okay, all right.
We take the break now.
Bonadies Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonadies Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonadies Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonadies Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are you ready? On Saturday, November 9th, Third Element and Novel Day presents Rise Reggae SVG. Live on stage, the gentleman himself, Romain Vogo.
The soul divider.
Romain Vogo. From the royal family of reggae, Grams Morgan.
You deserve the love of a woman like you.
Grams Morgan.
For people like you.
And the great one, Jamil.
Tell them are the strongest soldiers get the hardest fight.
Jamil.
Lose them soul for game the world. When I switch for the table turn.
Rise Reggae SVG, the concert of the century. On Saturday, November 9th, Victoria Park. Gates open at 8 p.m. Tickets are available island-wide or online at ticketpal.com.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good, that good. When you shop at Massy Stores, that good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Lewis Pharmacy, We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
There are so many reasons to be a credit union member. Credit unions are local, homegrown institutions, a vital part of our culture and who we are. We've built them from the ground up, and we know their philosophy and values. All decisions are made at a local level, not in a remote head office. Each member has the same rights at the credit union's AGM. Regardless of the amount of savings held, everyone gets an equal say in how the credit union is run. Credit unions are where we belong.
Beryl, an early hurricane of unprecedented intensity, is fresh in our memory. The International Panel on Climate Change predicts for 2024 and beyond increased severity of weather and hurricanes due to global warming. Be smart, plan ahead. We can take steps ourselves to minimize loss and suffering from these threats. At Lanes, we have the necessary products, flashlights, water tanks, generators, water pumps, and more that you should have to provide you with safety and comfort. Whether building a new or reinforcing existing structures, Lanes can provide both product and specialty consultation advice at our Home Vision department. Protect your family and protect your home. Lanes, 784-456-1411.
Edwin D. Lane & Sons Limited announced its 45% independence clearance sale from Monday, October the 14th to Saturday, October the 26th. There will be 45% discount on clearance items, 20% discount on other store items at Lane's hardware stores and Lane's department stores. Terms and conditions apply.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors.
Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Hop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up.
Reliability, convenience, and variety.
Richardson Motors is your #1 stop.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan, and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
TK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket. 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're #1. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays, rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and build the ark. I said, boy, Call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals. And keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Memorial Funeral Home is the first in SVG to offer on-site cremation service. The new and modern crematorium provides a safe way to memorialize your loved ones. Memorial Funeral Home offers a variety of urns in which you can preserve your loved one in a personal way. Cremation can ease the financial burden as it reduces the cost of a standard funeral service by 50%. Caskets can also be rented. Cremation is a necessary option to the overcrowded burial grounds across the country. Their friendly and courteous staff will continue to take care of all your funeral needs, whether you choose to bury or cremate. If your loved ones die abroad, there's no need to worry. Memorial Funeral Home can assist in the transportation of bodies to SVG and from SVG to any part of the world. Memorial Funeral Home services can be accessed at their two locations. In Kingstown in the Russells Building at telephone number 453-2697 and in Mesopotamia at 458-8888. The Memorial Funeral Home, leading the way in modern and affordable services. Call us. We care.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
Wish I never had to be the way I see this world running shouldn't have to be, cause now every man's cup is filled with hate and overflowing. Father, I know things are going wrong, yeah, it's wickeder than before. We really checks that we could have run things, but it not look so anymore, no. Come down, Father, come down. Come down, Father, come down. Oh, I beg you, come down, Father, come down, please. Come down, Father, I beg you, come down. In my heart, I know that you won't let your chosen people suffer. I know you'll never let us down. No, no, no. Many times I could have picked up a gun, I could have go out the street and play big gun. That's no fun, no. Sure ain't no fun, oh no. Cause I think what would happen if the other man thinks the same? Then bullets fall like rain. It's no fun, no. No, it's no fun. Oh, I see greed and I see selfishness. Every man is for himself. Only you can talk to them, Father, cause they listen to no one else, no. Come down, Father, come down.
And you don't hide them from you. I just want to start the program by saying that nobody don't hide from Central Kingston.
Let me welcome you back. Let me welcome you back to the Newtimes Program.
Yeah.
It is now 22 minutes after 2 o'clock, and I see
after 1.
After 12, sorry.
You make the honorable member for Victoria Village, the honorable member Victor, added in the brains, man.
I need my glasses or something.
Don't let you do that to your hair. The honorable member for Victoria Village is Adley Nigel's brain.
We will take this call before we come back to those two members who are here with us in the studio. Welcome to Newtimes.
Hello, good evening, Nigel.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
Very good, Pastor Bascom.
Pastor, you call it the right time.
Wonderful.
You're in a position to give a blessing to the soon to be representative of South Windward. And now honorable member for Victoria Village, you understand what I mean? that makes him your neighbor, you know, because he ain't very far from your church.
Exactly.
So that's what the congregation is.
That's right. Looking forward to see him to visit me on Sunday.
That's right. I'm evangelizing.
Amen, brother. But on a serious note, we need to see some of you guys on a Sunday morning.
Yes.
Churches in general.
Yes, I agree. It's a big issue. I sit on it our chat now. We need to pay more attention to it.
And not only Sunday morning.
Yes, Saturday also, I know. Saturday.
Too. I know none of them are Seventh Adventists, but the churches are in the community.
And true, Cook Changers.
No, I mean these candidates.
Not the candidates.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful. I have a lot of Adventists. I usually have a Wednesday service, and a lot of Adventists come by my church.
Okay.
I have a very good relationship with them.
Yeah, well, we don't really. Me personally, people invite me anyway. As long as I didn't have a prior engagement, I go.
Yes,
I don't have a problem.
Major, you have to help me, please.
If I can.
I was listening to Parliament for 3 minutes.
Yes.
And I hear Comrade was talking about the bill concerning people who was working and they go into politics, and then so that they will not fire them. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Public servants who have aspiration for running for politics, so that they will not fire them. That is really true?
Yes, a bill was brought to the Parliament. Yes, they call it Representation of the People's Amendment Bill, 2024.
Right.
And it was brought by the Prime Minister. So what you heard is correct, that after nearly 20 years, instead of coming and saying, I'm sorry, I did a lot of injury to a number of people over the years. And now that I've come to the realization, you have to help. No, you just asked me to help me. You have to help me back now. Is it Saul on the way to Damascus became Paul or the how that go? Help me there.
Right.
He neither on the road to Damascus. He on the road for himself and for the people that he's gonna put in position. So when you all win, you can't do nothing about that.
So take back that.
Take back that. You're on the road for yourself.
Yeah. But that's what really happened. But you know, I came here to deal with that, you know.
Okay, wonderful.
But I haven't got on.
Didn't get to it.
And now that Andrew is here.
We won't
I get even further away from it.
Because I too said I would address that and a couple other things, but as usual on a Wednesday, I don't back. I did 12 man because when Major normally will be early. And then Brother John will come in, so I don't get to do no batting.
Right.
Me near the Wednesday.
But how can we be so hypocritical?
Yeah, but again, right word, hypocritical.
But despite that, Pastor, what he isn't saying is that there was an agreement in 2005 with the teachers union, the collective agreement of 2005.
Yes.
Which has in it an article specifically dealing with election. They call it the election clause, which he himself witnessed, which stated that the teachers, after resigning for election purposes, must receive back their jobs. They must be reinstated.
Yeah, to the job equivalent to it.
2005 to now. But this one now, with the teachers which were fired, whom were fired.
Yes.
That what he's not saying and what he's trying to let people forget is that he refused under that agreement with the teachers union. He refused to give the people back their jobs. And I'm hearing him saying it's service commission and the chief education, but it's the government who made that call and not these people who he's accusing of making that call. So that clause of 2005. Remember, after he dismissed these teachers, he refused to give back these teachers the job. He didn't dismiss them. He refused to give them back the job. The union took him to court, took the government to court.
True.
Right? And he himself said that clause was merely aspirational. In other words, he said the agreement could not go above the Constitution. And he was proven wrong by the courts. The court said to him, you cannot know that the Constitution exists and then go ahead and sign an agreement with the teachers, which means you were trying to confuse them or, basically you were trying to trick them.
Yeah,
if you are saying that the thing you signed was not illegal and thing matter. So that matter was thrown out. He lost the case overwhelmingly, and he took over 10 years to reinstate, about that time, to give the people, some of them had already, some of them had already retired.
But Johnson,
all
of them.
Johnson,
and who retired was deceased.
And the union had to continue the fight outside of court after this was agreed upon by the court that the gentleman should be fully compensated. And they should have been given back the job. After all of that, the union still had to fight with them until up to 2020, I think it was, that they decided during that election when the matter came up again, that they decided to pay the people some money. I don't even believe all of them collected all of their money because, unfortunately, Elvis Daniel passed away. Right? So I don't think everybody got their full compensation, and it went on with the other case with Otto Sam as well. So when I hear him saying that he did not know that these people were, the ministry saying that there were no vacancies, he is not paying attention to the fact that this same bill he's bringing here, he brought yesterday, was before the government. Well, the matter of reinstating or rehiring teachers was before the government since 2005 under his administration. 2005. So this is what, 20 years?
Yeah, almost 19 years. 19 years.
Almost 20 years. And he's now bringing this, and we must be mindful of the reason behind bringing this bill. And I don't know Major might be able to say something.
Man, you're batting good, man. Doing this.
Because
doing this. You can run.
Yeah, and the thing is, when he look and see what is going on, he wants to bring some people, it seems, who are in the civil service to run for him. But he don't want them to not lose their job when they lose, because he know you're going to lose now. So what he is doing, he is bringing a bill to protect them. But he forget the evil and the wickedness that he did to the others who came based on the agreement that they made with his government. He forget that, but we have to continue to remind the people. And during this election campaign, the people will be reminded. And notice I say during, because it's 1 year to go for election. Therefore, campaign start. So during this campaign, election campaign, the people will be reminded of a lot of things.
That's right.
And some of the things that he just did and say giving away independence, he's going to have to get some stick for them. And people's eyes would have to be open to see and understand the reason behind what he is doing. The thing is, the Vincentian public must be fully aware that this guy has outlived his usefulness. He has nothing more to offer St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it is time to get rid of him and his regime from the governance of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is now time for the NDP under Dr. Friday to take over the reins of government so this country can move forward.
Pastor Rascom, you have time? Or
Yes,
you?
no problem. Go ahead.
I'm very, very glad you have brought up the subject matter this evening because I'm personally involved in it.
Yes.
And to be very honest, I was very annoyed yesterday in the parliament.
Oh, yes, I was vexed.
I was annoyed and disappointed. And this may cause a little controversy. I actually left the parliament not having made the contribution that I wanted to make until I was persuaded to return. Now, we are in a fortunate position in this conversation that you have allowed us to raise here, that we have Andrew in studio, and Andrew is a union man.
Yes.
And Andrew knows these things intimately, and he who knows it feels it. And I am glad that he could strengthen our conversation. But if you take off from Andrew as a union man, one of the things that Andrew said this morning is fundamental, even though not directly related to giving people opportunity to run for election. And that this is the first time in living history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that the labor movement, by which I mean the unions, have had to take the government to court. More than once. And successfully. And successfully. Representing the public servants. Because it represents the classic case of which the government has used, and Dr. Friday alluded to it yesterday, has used the Constitution as a sword. As a sword against public servants. Not a shield. And that goes to the very aspirational argument. And I wanted us to deal with that in great detail yesterday. In order to sugarcoat and to hide the barefacedness, which really is a thing for nastiness, he said, yes, there have been injustices over the years. And he went to the Alfonso Denny, God bless his soul, case when he lost election. He went Barbados and came back, and he had to give him a pension. But in his very lifetime, Roland Patel Matthews, who served as an elected member of the parliament for 2 terms, got an initial pension that was neither here nor there. And Patel Matthews' pension only got a top-up when he had to try to correct a number of wrongs for teachers and public servants who had worked in the service and had worked here, there, and otherwise, but whose service to those agencies was not counted in the public service calculations. And so therefore, in going back to come forward, they ended up with a decent pension. But not once did it strike him that the said Roland Patel Matthews was a career teacher. And at the time that he was getting or is now getting a pension, that his pension should be much better if he had counted all of his years as a teacher.
True.
Plus the service and the privilege to be a parliamentarian. Because for me, that is icing on the cake.
True.
When a public servant reaches the highest office of the land to be called a parliamentarian. On the contrary, for becoming a parliamentarian, your pension ended up worse off. Worse off. And you consider the wisdom of saying, here was a chance to amend myself. And all of these, every Monday morning bills you bring to help this, help that, and help the other. Genuine as it may be, here is one right in front of our face. Roland Patel Matthews is so entitled, I'm not saying was, is now still is so entitled.
True.
That all of his public services, including of his parliamentary years, should be added. No, Major ain't done yet, you know. I ain't done. And I ain't done because I'm far from misbehaving public office, you know. In contrast to how Patrick Matthews is treated, having been an elected member, you hear me in the Pastor Bascom. Julian Francis fell ill while serving in the parliament.
Right.
As a non-elected member, as a senator, and was retired on a contract.
My God.
Which means effectively he gets a pension in lieu of his qualification for it. That is far better
when he was a minister
than what Patrick Matthews is now getting as a retired elected member of parliament. You follow the logic?
Yes, yes.
Pastor said Christian Pickney Force, he looked after his own. All those things couldn't be happening without realizing that there is an injustice here. When you go off, will ask Eigel to read about my own case, and then I'll come back to it. But I want to show you of the hypocrisy, as you properly coded it. What paraded itself yesterday. And when I said I was annoyed, I was disappointed.
Very much so.
I don't often do it, but I thought our shadow minister for education should have spoken on the matter.
Yes.
Because it affected 3 teachers.
But
I thought the Senator Bruce should have spoken because it affected Bash, who is in his constituency.
Right.
I thought Senator John should have spoken because it affects her personally.
Yes.
And it affects Johnson, who is also in the constituency. It shouldn't be left for me to get up and go in front of them.
Right.
And I'm saying when we are in the parliament doing political business, we have to be researched, we have to be sharp, we have to be on our feet, and we have to be engaging, and we have to be confronting, or that guy will eat us alive.
Oh, yes.
For tea, breakfast, and dinner, and get away with murder. But I'm too long in the parliament now to have to be leading a lot of these conversations.
Exactly.
Because I want to make a fulsome presentation. And when you go off, I'm going to ask Eigel to read something to you that you'll see the point that I'm making. Because and everybody forget about it. In all these talking about public servants, and we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that, and we should correct no Andre. I was fired from my job in 2007, don't ever remember it. And I subsequently lost every business that I had in St. Vincent and the Grenadines because of Ralph Gonzalez's administration. They took away Vinlec, they took away the airport, they took away the financial complex, they took away NBC. Anywhere that I had a contract, they took away the work out with the University of the West Indies. They moved my wife from teaching at grammar school. My children couldn't get a job in St. Vincent. Everybody had to suffer because of me and the politics. She couldn't get a job at UNESCO. So don't come with me with this seemingly sincerity, personified argument that you're so well-meaning. And I brought here, which I wanted to use yesterday, Survival of the Public Worker in the 24th Century by Dr. the Honorable Ralph E. Gonzalez. A public lecture delivered at the Methodist Strauss Hall, St. Vincent de Grenadines, in August 10, 1999, where he reversed himself. In all that he said, the Asians used to beat this paper to Fraslino. All that he said in 1999, he reversed himself when, as he said, he wouldn't lift a finger.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and says, with crocodile tears, that Elvis Daniel wrote him to say thanks. Who doesn't say thanks when they read something proper? Elvis was just being good and decent.
Of course.
But it doesn't mean that he had been honorable in the service.
True.
He was party. And the last point I'll make on this, boy, tell me something. He said he don't interfere. He don't interfere. But he was at the family table because his youngest brother is married or have some relation to Johnson's sister or something like that. Family story. Family story. And he had to call or something like that effect to tell him how Johnson's name ain't gone up to be get headmaster of a school. And the civil servant person said, oh wait, he the one we want, but we forget to put his name on the list.
Oh my God.
You imagine that? A person on merit deserves to become a principal. And the document goes forward to service commissions without his name on the list. And you, without interfering, had to juggle somebody's mind to ask him how Johnson's name is not in the list. And then you turn back. and fire the man. And I hear all kind of political stories, you know. How Johnson done all the courting for go to the embassy and to go this and to do that. And wife done all the dress and this thing. Like when Pastor B go off, then I want to read them 2 paragraphs and I want St. Vincent to listen. This and that one.
Yeah. One more thing.
You hold on to Pastor.
One more thing. Ralph will only do thing when 50 of his people could benefit, one of NDP people might benefit.
I agree.
If 50 of his people could benefit, and one of NDP person will benefit, that's why Ralph will do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you keep on nobody else.
But if you look at that, Pastor, what he did there yesterday, affecting, well, it's important for democracy, but affects a smaller number of people. But what I thought he would have brought with that, along with that bill, was the bill repealing the vaccine mandate.
Exactly.
Repealing that man. You see, he's so concerned about the public servants getting back the job and all of that. He's so concerned while he has.
But if you give him a chance, he gonna do it before election, you know.
Yeah, he will try, but he needs to do that, and he
Andrew, you gonna do it before election.
He also needs to pay the cost, because when he brought the case, when the case we had to bring the case against him for these teachers, there was a cost to it. So because he lost the case, the cost for these matters surpassed $58,000. The courts awarded the cost to the union, which means the union must receive the money. Up to now, he has not paid a cent of that money. Up to now, he has not paid the union. So, but in doing that, in withholding these kinds of funds, they're trying to stifle and kill the organizations because they feel that they are not doing what he's doing his bidding.
Yeah.
You understand?
So, Pastor Bascom, I've been down the road and interrupt the veil. But you see, before the election,
you feel he
2 things. Ralph can get them back to work, and some of them same people will vote for Ralph.
Vote for Ralph.
Well, I hope when he
Well, you
gives them
better,
back
you
the
hope.
work, I hope when he gives them back the job, he will give them back
You hope.
the house.
Some of those same people
because some persons
will forgive him and vote for him again. Mark my word.
Two of my sons get fired.
Yeah?
2 of my sons get fired. One was teaching at technical, and one was working at the airport to refill plane.
Yes.
I remember when Keith Miller go on the terminal and tell my son, you forget
That's the officer?
Keith Miller, yeah.
No, the
Keith
son
Miller.
who was the officer?
Hello?
Your son who was an officer?
No, he wasn't an officer. He was refilling planes.
Okay.
Work with the country planes with gasoline and stuff.
Okay.
Fluid. The next day, mate, I just come up by you up there. One road up there.
Well, you have come back next year when we having the Heroes Day.
Oh, the Heroes Day. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
when that road is for only Heroes Day.
Heroes Day. I understand.
Yeah,
I just come up there, man.
Well, you ain't a hero.
No, we're not a hero.
You ain't a hero.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and all the best. I keep on listening.
Thanks for conversation.
All right.
Yes, all right, Major. Nice.
And don't be a hypocrite.
I will never be a hypocrite. I thought that's how it goes.
And make sure Andrew John come church.
Yeah, tell Andrew come to us. I'll spend for him.
Yes, I promise you, Pastor, every day.
Let you come in the front row, eh?
Yeah, it's fun. I put them.
And bring collection too.
Yeah, I go down for it too.
Pastor, thanks for the invitation.
I will tell him, I'll advise him to sit in the back, and then you could move him up to the front because
yeah, I'll get the ushers to escort.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, move him. You will move him up to the front,
and he can be exalted.
If he go sit down in the front, he might get demoted.
And I give him a chance to say something too. You have to come and get it.
Yeah, yes, he can't come and sit down. So.
No, he can't just not sit down. So. Well, all the best, and let us continue to fight and struggle for this country. I want you to do one more thing for me, Major.
Oi.
I want you to do a survey for me to find out how much men teachers we have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Pastor B,
critical thing.
Pastor B, I actually did that research paper like that. I mean, it's all now about the dominance of male teachers in our schools. I did that when I was at the university, you know, on a research in the secondary school, and maybe I should update it.
Yeah, me too.
But what I said then is still valid now. In fact, it conforms my research paper and my small book on that. Me and Ken Brown, I think, and Gilbert Telemark did that at university. So you're quite right.
Okay.
There's a serious shortage of male teachers. But
It is very important because in my days we have a lot of men teachers,
Yeah.
and those men give us some good lashes, yes, but they help to shape us
Help to shape.
for who we are today.
Yeah.
Right? And it is very, very, very important that we try our best to recruit our men and get them back into the teaching system.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Well, like you all guys, I taught for months, but that was good enough for me because I was kind of young too, so I couldn't make it to them. Welcome to New Times.
Greetings, Brother Eagle, Mr. Leacock, my brother.
How
And
you doing?
I just want to say Pastor Bascom is the only pastor that talks to me as a citizen. So all of them that are labor related, some of them NDP related, don't talk to me. And I want to thank Pastor Bascom. And let me just say, Pastor Bascom, tell Mr. Leacock and the nation, don't go to those churches that has aligned themselves. And many of them, they were in rape rally. And what has happened to many of them, including those that I went to church, they literally distanced themselves with me. And I could call names of many of them, including my brother, fallen brother, and my empathy to his family. Mr. Fredericks and his wife. They have locked me off, and they said, don't call back their house because I'm trying to pull along the prime minister. And what has happened? Tell the nation that the Christian Council. And so I am not, and because Mr. Igal, I don't know if you heard it, but I spoke to Mr. Donald Cummins when Pastor Richards told him that he must and he should, in fact, he should say, should apologize, ask, forgive Ralph Gonsalves. And you know what Christopher Bossy used? He said, Jesus said, forgive them not for they know not what they're doing. That is not the yardstick for forgiveness. The yardstick for forgiveness is repentance. Because the only person that I know in that ordeal that was forgiven, not even Judas was forgiven because he killed himself and gone to meet the devil, was the other criminal on the cross who acknowledged Jesus and he was forgiven. And so did Ron Gonsalves, Pastor Richards, did he ask for forgiveness? Because if Gonsalves come to me, and I believe with all my heart that he is sincere, I will forgive him 70 times 7. But he must, because you have to, but why I'm calling?
Brother Hamilton, I think sometimes people get the issue of forgiveness wrong.
Yes, please.
It doesn't mean if you forgive somebody, there's no consequences to the wrong that they did.
Yes, please.
You remember David?
Yes, please.
And this grievous sin he committed, the Lord forgave him.
Yes,
but didn't he have to face the consequence of this of the sin? So sometimes not because you're forgiven mean that the consequence will not follow. There are consequences to wrongdoing. Even if forgiveness is with it. Yes, forgiveness will forgive the person. You cut off my hand, I forgive you. I ain't coming to cut back off your hand, and I ain't holding it against you. I have my hand, I'm satisfied with that. It doesn't mean the court wouldn't take you up and prosecute you for doing it. That's the consequence of what you did. So you can forgive somebody. That's no problem.
My wife is sick, and so I got to do something for her. So I just want to say why I call. When I gave support to the NDP, it was the worst day of my life. My mother, my brothers, and turned against me. And I got one long hour call from my very comrade, because this was the first man I gave my ex to, Arthur Williams, in East Kingston, because I'm from Sion Hill. And he said, I understand that you are going to have the audacity to support the NDP, Leacock and Eustace and them and Mitchell and them over the Labour Party. He begged me, do not make that mistake. I said, why, my brother? He's dead. I'm not trying to back talk him in his grave, but it was the same talk that was given to me by Straker, Golden Miguel Walters, Conrad Seals, Mother, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And they were very sure that we can't lose. I didn't understand what they mean until I became a victim. because I said no, Annie Eustace, Annie Eustace, Annie Eustace, Annie Eustace, Annie Eustace. They say, okay, go ahead, you're going to learn. I learned my lesson because not only did my mother called them, because I called to say, get rid of him. I could tell you, Straker turned his back on me while all of them turned their back on me. My brothers turned their back on me. My pastors turned their back on me. And I was really demonized. I got death threats. One of the things they were very confident is that we can conquer every soul in this country, including leaders of the NDP. And it's only when Annan used to call me, no names, and he told me that he wanted to speak to me concerning about an issue within his very own party, that I realized what was happening. When a call was made to say that we want to know who are the the agents in NDP, and Mr. Leacock could attest to this. So what I'm saying here, where we are 2020, I was very impressed that the hard work, people like me, Margaret London, along with the NDP did their part, but we had an impact more on Labour. I had an impact more on Labour people because I was feeling the pain. Politically, they felt that they were committed to Rod Gonzalez because they had a job, but they start to realize, well, we lost we farm. Gonzalez would call them, he would give the wife a little poor relief for the grandchildren, and he would give the wife a little security work. The NDP, Douglas Freitas, yourself, many of us said, really, that is not what we want. We want independence. Have you seen what has happened? Is that people are now lining up, including those who are forced to take a vaccine, to turn against the union by saying, oh, Gonzalez, going to give me a daughter scholarship. And very, very carefully, they were selective in making sure that those people like you would have been targeted. Leacock would have been targeted. People like your man in his children would have been targeted. Julia Bacchus and Matthew Thomas would have been targeted. So they were targeting very vibrant people who were courageous. And what did they target them with, including me? Oh, comrade, hold on yourself. What about your children education? What about the very reality that billion alone has destroyed your mortgage so that now you're not paying $500, you're paying $1,600? And I was scared to death. So I called a few persons. Sylvia Sutherland. Trust me, I spoke to the other people who empowered me. I called Leacock. I called her and say, honey, stand. And then you say, stand up. Don't give up. The reality, what has happened today, after 2020, 50% of the voting population, they wake up. Sinclair Leacock told me, honey, right in my very constituency, right among my political party, to create division. And people got sweetness. I will make sure in my constituency that when I put people in my constituency, they're willing to put God and country first and reject any kind of $1 billion, $250,000, or how much million. So how do we stand? I am seeing people who literally got the children injected and died. Teachers injected and died. They're coming back home. Why? Look at what has happened recently. Here you have an economy, God could tell you, dead like chips, no tourism, no agriculture. To pay salaries, you have to borrow. To pay salaries, you go to the NCB bank, you say, hey, hold on, man just say, hey, Mr. Gonzalez, do you know the overdraft is 32 million? Actually, pass Accountant General. Mr. Gonzalez, you're the right minister. So you have to order the check. And look at what happened when they killed that bank. When Honorable Annie used to talk about it. You know what they did? They were doing similar things. Going up, giving out monies at Jesco when the overdraft is 275. And literally carrying up the overdraft to 3 million and 4 million. And then Mr. Great Gonzalez had the audacity to call the bank and say, you have to adjust the overdraft. I'm saying this to say, there is no situation in this country where people want Rod Gonzalez. What has happened is just like what we're seeing in America with Trump and Harris and with Maduro. And so how do we win? It's not that Gonzalez is popular. He had how much seats they had before, how much they have now. But he is very sure that I could come to Hamilton and I call in my name and say, honey, hold on yourself, Which she did. So Curtis King came on my yard and said, behave yourself, no man, you send you back, just come, you go your car, look your house are rotten down. How many persons who are calling on radio are willing to stand up, Brother Leacock, to say, hey, no, democracy first. And so don't underestimate him. Let me get one last striking thing. One last one. I met a lady, Igel, and she said, I said, what are you doing in this area? A poor lady. I ain't going to tell you anything about her, who she supported, because if I tell you, I will give it away. And she said, what are you doing in my area? She said, I said, I'm going by the rent, a house, an apartment house. $800 for rent, 800 and something by the department. I said, well, how you do? She said, oh, the poor relief people give me $400 to pay my rent. I said, really, maybe she's trying to set me up. So I called the poor relief welfare people. I said, is it true that you're giving $400 to an able-bodied lady to put her in an apartment? She have to find the other four. And the lady said to me, I see nothing wrong with that. Try and understand what is happening here. We are not up against a Milton Cato. I'm begging. I called my brother and I told him, that there are people now who literally suffered. Some of them had allegations of rape, they said to me, and many of them flooded the Victoria Park. And I want to say to you, well, I'm glad Pastor Bascom that you had the audacity to listen to Parliament. 90% of the persons are speaking to across the country don't listen to Parliament. Not that they don't like an opposition, not that they don't want to hear the opposition speak. It's because they know that they're not dealing with somebody with credibility. There is no rule of law. All of the situation has nothing to do with Gonzales sending back and repealing a bill. It has to do with even when you go to the courts. And I will end with this one. Look at what has happened. The judges, oh God, call two. I was going to tell you, call two lawyers. Bayless Frederick. God, before I forget, Bayless Frederick is dead. My empathies to him, this was a man who helped me. I mean, you could say this, you can't say that. And I'm saying, another lawyer can't call his name. But look at what has happened. The judges have now found themselves in a bind. Calling to my two lawyer friends. One now, one is dead. And when he said it before he died. And he said, Hammy.
Brother Hamilton, you listening to me?
Yes, please.
Yes. We understand what you're saying.
Yes, please.
We obviously know your passion and understand the reason for your passion, which is good, because anybody, for me, who has a reasonable, decent mind will know and understand that Ralph Gonsalves and the Unity Labour Party is not fit to govern St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I believe, with all my heart,
you know who was defending him? You know who was defending him?
Hold on, my brother.
Pastors was defending him. They went down to the park.
With all my heart, I believe in this general election. The one
there will be no rigging? Do you think there will be no rigging in this election?
Well, I can't say there will be none.
Do you know that Nigerians are voting?
I said I can't say there will be no rigging in the election. But I said I believe with all my heart that enough Vincentians have seen the light, and enough Vincentians will vote to make sure that we don't have another 5 years under Ralph Gonsalves and the Unity Labour Party.
One question: would you vote for this? Would you vote? Let me all hear you. Because I am saying I believe you're credible. Would you ever vote for Gonsalves if even they come to you say, I give you a car and $1 million. Will you vote for Gonsalves? You get the money.
There is no way I can support the Unity Labour Party.
I believe you.
Not even
but
if
I
my
can tell you
mother
that I have seen even my own family members faltered.
Let me thank you for the call, because our time has gone.
To vote, get them to come and get them not to.
Our time has gone. We have to go for the break, so I just have to let you go for the time, because we don't go on past 1 o'clock and we have to take the break, Brother Hamilton. So sorry about that, but we have to go to the break. So you can call back after the break. We're gonna have to take the break. So we'll go to the break and we will come right back.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases. so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good, that good. When you shop at Massy Stores, that good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
So fast pay, on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Randy Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus, Pico-Actin Syrup, and Mingloblin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Pico-Actin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mingloblin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Pico-Actin Syrup, and Mingloblin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
Looking for the best in trends and fashion? Then come on up to Sally's Step Up Boutique, located in Richland Park, upstairs the Muncie Supermarket, opposite the Richland Park Cemetery. Sally's Step Up Boutique carries a wide range of outfits for every occasion for men, women, and children. The prices are affordable, but guess what? If you step into Sally's Step Up Boutique and you cannot purchase an item at the same time, you can ask for the layaway plan. Remember, the place to shop for any occasion is Sally's Step Up Boutique in Richland Park. And that's not all. Sally's Step Up Boutique also carries back to school supplies. Contact us at telephone numbers 526-8063 or 526-4989. You can also find us on Instagram. So step into Sally's Step Up Boutique and we'll take care of all of your needs. Step up, step in, and let us transform your lives.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Pop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up. Reliability, convenience, and variety. Richardson Motors is your number 1 stop.
CK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number 1. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent Johns, a supermarket for you and me.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum. World class in a glass.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
This world running shouldn't have to be. Because now every man's got his belly taken overflowing. Father, enough things are going on, yeah. Wickeder than before. We really checks that we could have run things, but it doesn't look so anymore, no. Come down, Father, come down. Come down, Father, come down. Whenever you come down, Father, come down, please. Come down, Father, beg you come down. In my heart, I know that you won't let your chosen people suffer. I know you'll never let us down. No, no, no. Many times I could have picked up a gun, I could have go out the street and play big gun. That's no fun, no. Sure ain't no fun, no, no. Cause I think what would happen if the other man thinks the same? Then bullets fall like rain. It's no fun, no. No, it's no fun. Oh, I see greed and I see selfishness. Every man is for himself. Only you can talk to them, Father, cause they listen to no one else, no. Come down, Father, come down. I beg you, come down.
Yes, welcome back to Newtimes Program. Today is October the 30th. The month almost finished, heading into the last 2 months for the year. And you know, after the turn of 2024, then comes 2025, the year when the Vincentian public will be strong and alive, because we have to make sure we safeguard our lives. So that's for 2025, but we're still in 24 at this time. In the studio with me is the representative for Central Kingston, my own representative and a vice president of the New Democratic Party, Major, the Honorable Sinclair Leacock. And we have Brother Andrew John, the next representative for the South Windward constituency. I'm going to take the call and then I'll allow Brother Leacock to send some condolences to some families in the constituency who we forgot a while ago. Welcome to Newtimes. Welcome to Newtimes. Welcome to Newtimes.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how you doing, bro?
Good evening, good afternoon.
Hey, agree. What's up?
Hi, Major, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ambassador Gray.
Now, first thing, Major, let me give you a joke, right? Well, my wasn't ain't too good, but when normally left home acting. But yesterday I decided to take a stroll and thing. But going down the road, me and a female, and at one point she said, "Go watch over there." And when I look across, Major, I see a truck load up with material offloading at a home of a senior worker in a government institution. And well, well, the lady had to go, and I stood up there for about an hour and a half watching all that the offloading. And it's, you know, I wonder if they're going to open a hardware store.
That much.
It's funny, you know. Major, they offload steel, cement, galvanized plywood, lumber.
You sure Beryl didn't damage the structure of the house, so they had to break down the whole thing and build it over?
I girl. You know when you got a building and you check from the top come down, right? 1, 2, and the third floor of that building is where they store up the stuff. And there is a fourth floor where there's a lot of work to be done. So I asked myself if burial material is we're going to do that. You know, I tell you, a lot of stuff was offloaded. So I said maybe that might be a new hardware opening in the area.
But while that's happening, you know, Mr. Gray, some homes that have been damaged, not getting any material at all, you know, people are complaining A lady called this morning. She said she's going to take the tarpaulin off her house and take it back to housing because it's falling apart, it's rotting because the length of time it's been up there. So people who have damage, not getting material. So we just have to look at that.
The leader of the other party said, "Please, when they're going to lose it, Steve and it's Steve fast." So that's it. But then, Major.
Yes, sir.
Well, I couldn't get by you Monday, and I couldn't get nobody at all to buy some ginger for me, man.
And I pick up some ginger on the weekend. I want to see if I get some ginger for you.
Yeah, because I was himself checking a part, and if he was going, he said, "No, I tell him, boy," and I had even said,
"I'll see if I get some for you."
Well, you see, you was wrong.
I got the only man in Green who don't grow ginger.
You know you could touch base with the Major, and you can try all other people, and you could just tell the Major get ginger for you.
And get some ginger.
No, well, here now, I know on the fund there was things that they was selling, so I wouldn't no problem.
We had things selling there. That's true.
Well, right. So I suspect ginger will be selling this. So I will support by buying some of the ginger.
You're real patriot or real Major boy. Which one?
You're a fast bowler, man.
Fast bowler.
Fast bowler and a baseman. The only two tightly here, baseman and a fast bowler.
Fast bowler.
Well, you see, I got Major know me when I was a baseman, but Major didn't know when I was a single 10 and a double second. But anyhow, Major.
Yes, please.
Now, as Gunny just say, we call us macho youth.
True.
Right?
That is all.
Now, Major, I sit down and I reflect. Now, 45 years of independence. And there was one man who been there as leader of the country for 23. So he do 50 plus 1. You put it that way, right? And I'm looking back between this 50 plus 1 years that this man did he talking. There is nothing that I could hear him say that this is what we build from the sweat and the money of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Exactly.
Right? And then I asked somebody, I said, guy, can you tell me something? When Sir James Mitchell built the financial complex, did he borrow money to build that? Somebody told me no. And the person himself mentioned to me, said, what about the vegetable market?
Yeah.
Right? So, the point
Greg, they have a master project that NDP put down that nobody don't talk about because we take it for granted, And all of this generation would. I was giving a guy right there, they come down for Dorset Hill. I say, wait, you think people remember how this intersection did look?
Used to look.
The road to come out from Dorset Hill onto the main road, or from the main road to turn right to Dorset Hill, or from King Yard, the whole confusion there. Only come because the man is there and then Scott, You remember how that place did look?
But Major,
you get a wide 3-lane, 4-lane traffic down in that area there?
Man, Major, remember it just coming up.
No, I say you think you realize that half the country won't even know that place used to be different?
I know.
That's a boss project. That's silent intersection there.
Major, when I was a little boy, I was So I know about it.
That's a master project, eh?
I was looking to see if there was some photo anyway. I mean, nationally, of that place before it was redesigned and engineered to that place, yeah. Because I say if people see that, if you could hold that up to this generation to show them that this was actually Sion Hill and the road going up to Dorset Hill and show them what it is now. Not even me when they did that, I couldn't believe
it either.
That could become. So I say engineers really have some kind of eyes because I couldn't.
I never envisioned that place.
I couldn't
either. I couldn't conceptualize that project either.
No.
Look how that free flowing traffic there now.
And the next thing too, Major, that what I find embarrassment in Simmons, because I'm going to tell you this. In 1990, I went across to St. Lucia with Pest to build some pan for the government in a school. And when we left the airport traveling, I saw traffic lights. So I said maybe just at the airport because we went in the airport in St. Lucia. But when I get in Cassis, I realized that they have traffic lights. So I said to myself, we're behind time.
Sure.
And then it wasn't long after that, the NDP government introduced traffic lights, and this government here actually destroyed them. And major the first encounter I had with traffic lights, because I went to Trinidad in 1976. And a Sunday morning crossing, you see the light, you don't know which is which. And when I start walking, I glimpse a car, the car.
Let me just ask the person to hold on there on the WhatsApp. Person on the WhatsApp, just hold on a while for me, please.
Yeah, major, I see the car bumped, and I run back and the car.
But I send me WhatsApp here with the names of the people who got the lumber cement and the galvanizer.
You're seeing this?
Yeah, saying something accountant at Kingston Town about him and his ESG bodies offloaded a 10-ton truck of material, cement, plywood, galvanized and lumbers. Same so who boasted collecting generator and power wash from burial relief. Is he going to build another house or open the hardware store? And they have pictures too, eh?
Yeah, but major, you see the area where it was, a lot of people could see it because you have to be on our side of the community to see it.
See his story on Facebook.
Well, right, because these guys, and there's things I could see, but not for radio. Not for radio.
All right, so we'll talk some later, yeah.
Yeah, major. So then now this man set down the traffic lights. Make we look like a backward city.
But if you listen to me something, you'll hear me say, for Vincent John to realize how far back we gone, they have to look at the traffic lights, because we were among the first countries in the OECS that got traffic lights. But we are the only country in the Caribbean that does not have traffic light. So it means we have gone back about 50 years under this administration.
No, they got the young policemen and staff in hot sun directing traffic when the lights could have been doing that and these officers could have been doing something else.
Definitely. Yeah. But good. I have somebody holding on the other line.
Yes. So
thank you very much.
Okay then.
All right. And all the best.
Why block the road if you ain't getting
No, major here now is that you know how things good, me and you. So
all right, so just leave that alone.
All right.
Okay then.
All right, boss.
All right. Call on the WhatsApp. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Hello? On the WhatsApp.
Good afternoon, Major.
Hey, good afternoon, bro.
And good afternoon, Mr. John.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I want to say a blessed good day to you guys. Major.
How you feeling? Yes.
I'm feeling a lot. I'm doing very good now. I'm doing very good.
Give thanks.
Give thanks. But Major, I listened to Parliament yesterday. And it's not something I do normally, but it was...
I heard it this morning, yes. Go ahead, make it the point again, anyhow. You need to reinforce it.
Which one? Well,
how do they call back to Bing and Boom? Yes.
Oh, they're telling too much lies in Parliament.
But you need to reinforce it.
Because when you tell the teachers that when you come publicly and say you ain't going to lift a finger to help or hinder the 3 teachers, and then you give the biggest job available to the same in South Leeward, who was the teacher at the time. And in Parliament, he said that Gyorlyn Miguel resigned at 49. But he didn't tell you right after that she was a
candidate.
A candidate, and the perks that she received over the period of time is 10 times better than any school teacher receiving now, because I got plenty of members of my family who is school teacher who went up even higher than Gyorlyn Miguel when she leave at prep school. My sister-in-law take over prep school after she left.
I see.
For 20-something years. So look at the contrast. But that's not what I call for, Major, today. I want to tell you, Major, I am very proud of how you guys stand up in Parliament yesterday. And I'm very proud of how you shame the Prime Minister in Parliament with his own words yesterday. I wish it could be done more. I wish it could have been done more by different people. But I noticed that Senator Israel Bruce was trying to get his point across, and he get underneath the skin. But whether you support the bill or not, why you have to go to Parliament and tell the people that you bring a bill to give Elvis Daniel so and so and so and so, when if you had done it the way it's supposed to be done, it would be done. But they got candidates who they want to run, who refuse to run until they get certain perks. And that is why Parliament, that's why they're coming with this hypocritical bill and the aspirational signing that you aspirationally did in 2005 with Don't Come. These people are the most disgusting hypocrites I ever see in my life. Major, I got a problem in Edinburgh. Big, very big problem. They've been doing the road since 2017. and they reach now by Sutherland is split between Edinburgh, between bottom and top Edinburgh.
And the gap there. That's just before Nina.
No, long before Nina.
That's long before Nina. Okay.
Long before Nina. That is on the deep corner down right by the Panya.
We could go with the Catholic church place down there.
Yeah, we could go to the school.
Yeah.
But instead of you go to the school, you're going to Top Road. That first gutter right there.
Yeah.
As you turn it.
And
they got the water coming from.
That's Bomba. Not Bomba. Yeah. Okay, good.
By Miss Daisy, by Neverson Gap, coming off it downhill, past my parents, go down, and go all the way down to the gutter that takes the water down into the sea between the pastoral center and that other property over. Major, they had already put in a 6-inch pipe, a 6-inch PVC pipe to take the water around the corner because apparently they want to cover the drain as a walkway.
Okay.
Now I hear you and Igal talking about engineering on Sion Hill. And the type of engineering you see done at Sion Hill to make it what it is today under the New Democratic Party.
You remember that road? You remember it?
Of course, my brother. Remember, I used to walk that road day and night.
Okay.
Anyway, Major, the gutter is there, and before they close it up, I just want somebody to go there in authority and see Mr. Cummins maybe listen and he could go and see for himself. Please, I beg you. Because you got a 6-inch pipe bringing water from that far.
But 6-inch pipe could take that water.
Major, that's my point.
I think some that would need a culvert. I need a culvert.
Major, you got some corrugated pipe. The plastic corrugated pipe.
Yeah.
Those pipes, they got some 12, 15 inches.
Yeah.
That's
the big one.
That's the minimum. That's the minimum you need. It may be cheaper than the culvert. I don't know, because if they build the culvert in St. Vincent, it may be cheaper, but the pipe is not too expensive. Well, where I deal with up here.
No, I know the pipe you're talking about. And a big one could do too.
And the pipe is flexible, so it will bend around the corner.
Yeah.
And put it there, because Major, when they finish the road, the problem is going to be that the road taking 10. I don't know how much long it will take to take, but it's almost 10. It is 7 going into 10 years, and some people say start 2016. So that's gonna make it 8 years, and it going into 10 and beyond 10. I know that for sure.
But that's a sin, man.
But Major, if they put that 6-inch pipe there, what gonna happen to the pastoral center when that water run over there? Because it will end up down in the pastoral center. Might as well leave it as it is.
And let nature take its course.
And let the water go in the gutter that it is, which the gutter is about 15 inches or 16 inches deep, and let it go as it is. But you're going to put a 6-inch pipe to take that.
Who engineer do that though?
Eh?
Who engineer come up will do something like that?
Well, Major, only you could tell me that because I'm not. I know. I see the Spanish man.
It's one engineer guy in St. Vincent. It's chief cook and bottle washer. I don't think they got any other engineer in St. Vincent. Since this administration, we used to have, but I don't know what happened to them because like one person take over.
The only thing I could tell you guys is this: if this is allowed to stand as it is, and yes, on Monday, right? You had some rain on Monday, and I got the person who sent me the video on it. I had somebody go there and check it and send me a video. The grass, the little bit of grass in the gutter, black. The 6-inch pipe in the beginning, and the water was already in the room. Can you imagine?
6-inch
pipe.
Can you
imagine when they close it, Major? Because they want to put a tap on. They want to put a tap on top of it so people could walk safely on the sidewalk.
Which is a good idea for the sidewalk, but
yes,
but.
Better give Major the piece of pipe to run water off the roof when rain come, and not to run that kind of water off the road.
And I send the video to a few people to show them because Major, listen.
Let's use this now because the cat and the kitten in the home, they call them bread, you know.
But I really wish somebody could take a look at it.
I will do that for you. I'll do that for you.
Right,
yeah, blessings.
Right.
Blessings.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
I don't think I'm appropriate to read that thing.
Right.
They're going to look too personal now, you know.
That's what you know.
So leave that for another time.
Yeah. Let me take this call.
But while again the call, I want to say that I want to recognize two people from Portsmouth. Tony, that's rolled at Walden, lost his son. And remember a year or two ago, he lost his wife. Now he has lost his son, Tony. And our own Maro, you know, I think she's in the home now. Gailina told me that. Bullets is her son. Bullets played a lot of football. I heard his boss man at Braxa. I think he's in the plumbing section. Braxa lamented his loss in the weekend where a lot of people. But Bullets was an outstanding goalkeeper on Park too. He had his own supporting back in. The only person from Positive who in score on Bullets is Freddie Finch because you know Freddie only could take up it and help costume. But you know, everybody has score on Bullets except Freddie. But you're a good cheerful guy, you know. And I know his body in the home will be very sad. Tomorrow we are with you at this time, and we mourn with you in pause that. We wanted to mourn with you as well the loss of your son. Cool guy, you know.
Definitely.
Very, very respected sporting family.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to Newtimes.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Interested Major now mentioned Tony, my
Yeah.
classmate that passed.
Yes.
Good, calm, cool guy. Rest in
Very.
peace, Tony. The question I want to ask today, and maybe Major would be the one to lament it more than anyone else.
Andre, the young fresh brain in the studio, you know.
You would understand why when you hear the question.
You have to ask a teacher that.
We now come off the heels of the final verdict and the Clico British American matter, which was that Trinidad took care of their own and they're not responsible for anyone else. We know in the present situation of GTM closing its doors and informing local policyholders at the end of your expiry, at the time of your expiry date, we no longer could insure you, so you have to seek insurance elsewhere. Now, people would have paid 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years insurance on their homes and for other reasons. Where is there any redress, any people who have not claimed and paid $200-300 a month on an insurance policy for a mortgage would have paid $20, $30, $40, $50,000 over that period. And now the insurance company just informing you that they're closing and you have to seek insurance elsewhere. Now the banks go and jump on these policy holders back, these mortgage holders back to get the insurance up to date. Or the banks, look to jump and call in their loan and put persons under pressure. I mean, I'm not hearing any discussion on the matter. So
when I say you're not hearing any
the
discussion on the matter, sometimes y'all make it sound like as soon as the rain fall before it run off, and NDP supposed to be talking about subject matter. On this particular matter, which is important that you're speaking about, I am aware of the fact that one of our colleagues came back as a piece, and I've seen one or two other colleagues have loaned her support.
Okay, you see your listener.
Yeah,
Okay, no
she
problem.
has lamented this thing. I think Louis Mitchell also has commented it in the newspaper. In fact, Kay and Louis were carried in the newspaper last weekend on this very important subject. And Kay has been saying that the government dropped the ball. She's not the first time. When she was a senator, I think she carried the issue in the parliament as well, because the government was supposed to have taken certain course of action with respect to making sure that there's proper coverage and insurance and so on and so forth. And she went so far saying bleeding not taking a particular commercial bank in St. Vincent the courts for all kind of issues doesn't cut it. And she has been calling for protests and demonstration on that and other matters. And I think I saw the president respond that he certainly thinks that the Clico biker issue is a big fallout. We'll have to take it up and take the matter forward. Sometimes I can't go ahead of myself, Andrew, because I've heard bigger bigs on this matter as well, in which he suggested, and I must tell you that before Biggs commented it, I didn't think in that direction. But basically, what Bigger Biggs was saying that on the Clico biker matter, in the same way that Trinidad bailed out its people, and that the court found them to have done well, not liable for duty of care to other islands. He believes that it's only when the NDP comes into office that Dr. Friday's government, the NDP government, will take a similar course of action and recompense the Vincentons. And somebody has to quantify it, because there are a fair amount of millions of dollars. Some people had large investments in it. But the only way you could begin to think about that, as Biggs is in fact properly suggesting, is where he's aligned and consistent with the NDP is talking, where we have a funding source, which doesn't come from the taxpayers of St. Vincent. And the only source I know is something that people don't want to hear. Hey, and Ralph Malines and me sell passport. But clearly, a citizen by investment program can provide the kind of funding that's necessary to put the people back. And maybe the NDP needs to meet in-house and discuss that and decide whether by way of policy it makes good sense to find, I don't know how much it is, Igor, whether it's a $40, $50 million, whether it's $100 million. But even if it got to $100 million, and they didn't have to get all one time, a proper evaluation may well reveal that the New Democratic Party, through decision by investment programs and the innovations that are being contemplated by Dr. Friday, may well be able to recompense people who lost the money in that click or biker thing. But I can't go ahead of myself. But sufficient to say that at the moment it's a conversation that is taking place within the NDP and among people who will advise the NDP, and we are a listening party, and we have to trust Dr. Friday and the rest of his leadership that given time that they will bring this to the boil and see what kind of proposals can come forward. But we can't leave all that kind of people empty-handed. People died without the money.
Some people died.
Prominent people. People took their investments and sunk it inside of there. And a lot of people have suffered. So maybe it's one of the other things that any people have to pronounce on. And I certainly see that the only way that could be dealt with without hurting taxpayers any further would be something like the Citizen by Investment Program.
Okay.
So that brings me closely to the end.
That's right now. I'm going to tell you, it's time for you and Andrew to wrap up. And we didn't even get into some of the business you wanted to get into.
We ain't getting about giving Andrew my time, because I done there already and he done threaten me. Say that if I think I'm going in Parliament without my life, and you got a little bit more size than me, so me taking no chance.
And he bought in the corner too.
Bought him plenty.
And me had too much size to protect you either.
Exactly, so. and after still a handcuffing them before we left the police force, and he brass knuckles. I don't go sort of at his house now,
Man, the key thing is that we want to see meaningful change come to our country.
and we are determined, focused, and ready to make the change. You know, people's lives need to be made easier. We can't be living in hardship. I listened to the Prime Minister talking about some monies that he may want to increase for the people on relief and so on, called poor relief. And you will hear him talk about $175. He talking about these kind of money. But when he's borrowing money, and he kind of agrees with me sometimes, we hear him talking about $300 and $400 million. But when we are to benefit, we are just getting the crumbs from the table, and we are the ones who have to pay back these money. Not even ourselves, our children, our grandchildren would be responsible. One of my constituents asked recently, what are they doing with all these monies that they are borrowing? For sure, they don't give any account whatever to how the monies are being spent. A perfect example is the process that is going on right now for the building of the new hospital. No tendering. Well, as far as I see, the processes are put in place for them not to account for how the monies are spent. And I know in South Windward and maybe throughout all the other constituencies, the ministers, the persons who are the representative, in most cases, and I know in South Windward, they are doing absolutely nothing. You're not seeing them. But what they're planning, and the guy who called, I think, was great, is testimony to what the plans are. They come with the galvanite, and they come with the lumber, and they come with the vast amount of money that they have been keeping back for election, to try and see if they could buy you out, to see if they could put us further into poverty, to see if they could keep our children from achieving what their children are achieving. I am an equal opportunity person. I believe everybody's children must have the same opportunities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We can't see children becoming millionaires without even hoisting a stroke. And our children are on the road, trimming road and scrambling for a little dollar. So it's time that we bring respectability to our families, to our children, to our nation, so that after 45 years, we don't have to be out there scrambling to borrow this and borrow that, and we must see meaningful development. That is what I want to see. That is why I'm involved in politics. I want to see St. Vincent become a country that all of us could be proud of, right? And I know Major have that in his heart. So I align with Major, otherwise
I Major align with you to make sure that we mortgage our children's future. So I borrowed that and hold it up and that from you. I mean, I got to copyright, but still.
I heard it in Barbados. There was a politician in Barbados, and he was saying that the government is mortgaging. I said, wait, I wonder if they were listening, Major. They're mortgaging the children's future is serious. While they are.
And it's happening, Andrew. It is happening.
It is. And we see it. When they come, I tell children, I say, you could reach the highest that you are aiming to reach, right? But because of the way things are going, your opportunities are limited. And then when the children work so hard, they come and tell us, oh, they're giving them scholarship. The children are earning because of the commitment, the work, the dedication that they put in, right? So I want to applaud those children who receive the scholarships, and I wish them all the best going forward. I know it's the challenge now start, because it's not easy to continue, especially if you're going into a new country and so on. But I want to wish them all the best. And when they return, hopefully, they will meet a government which cares about their welfare. Which can provide a meaningful job when they return, and they can come back and help in the development of the country. That's what we are looking forward to. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
I got look at where we reach. I mean, I'm the Shadow Minister for National Security. We do a whole program today, and we didn't even talk about it more than last.
No, I spoke about it
in a way.
I know, right?
And that young lady, very, very pleasant person, Marilyn. It's just over the Independence weekend that she showed me. She showed me so nice and polite and so forth. And the second person who used to be on that block, Bruno, from the guy them from Edinburgh. So, the same kind of thing, So I want to express sympathies to our families as well, because one of our sons used to be very active around with Kane in one of the elections, speaking from his experience. So that he, going to need a lot of counseling and support as well.
True.
Because to lose a brother now, to lose a mother in the same year, it's not going to be easy for him.
True.
And she was a person who was working very hard to try to rebuild build a fashionable life, So again, condolences to the family, and this thing has to come. This thing has to stop. So I am also in support of those who are propositioning that we need to hit the street to deal with this crime, because this is not a small group of people.
No.
Like he's putting it out.
Nah,
This is a serious issue.
It's a network thing.
It's a serious issue.
Yeah.
And I got you call out registration. Where would it today in Central Kingston?
Registration today, this Bishop College.
Bishop College. You have it on the screen? Right, then you come through. Then you come
my phone ain't come up.
Don't make P and Kenny get the case, But the registration is a very important exercise.
Definitely.
And somebody called in today. We have to go and see and make sure only the people who should be registered, because there are a lot of moving parts in the election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
True.
If you notice, the government is excited when it's the so bringing in people from St. Lucia. They're bringing in from Philippines. They're bringing in from Nigeria. They're bringing in from... Don't rule out them trying to qualify those people to say they'd be in here, and they satisfy the 6 months condition. And in the 15-day period, you see them names showing up in North Leeward, in the marginal seats, and North Windward, and where the actual East St. George and South Wind and so forth. Go to the registration and Mako, who is coming to register. And it's picking up, because I go to it. And even Central Kingston, the numbers are increasing. Especially of young people in your vote. And it's a good time to see faces and put faces to names and numbers, and to save your seat.
Definitely.
That way, or to win your seat that way. So again, thanks again, and condolences and sympathy to all who have lost loved ones to the constituency.
Thank you very much, Major. Thank you very much, Brother John. Southwind. Calder Government School, Primary School, the Government School, Calder registration. Sorry about that today. I didn't give you all the registration because my phone is down. So I couldn't.
I thought you were getting old like me, just so.
Phone down.
Still a young boy.
So that's where we're bringing in
to... When bananas from your girl?
I don't know when I get it.
I get a few hundred there, right?
That's where we're bringing into the Newtimes program for today. It was nice being in your company today. Let me thank all of you who called, made a contribution. Those of you who WhatsApp, but I didn't have a chance to read out the WhatsApp, but we thank you for them still. Have yourselves a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Stay out of trouble. Stay close to Jesus. And if it's the will of the Lord, the program will continue tomorrow.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are you ready? On Saturday, November 9th, Third Element and Novelle May presents Drums Reggae SVG. Live on stage, the gentleman himself, Romain Vogo.
The soul provider.
Romain Vogo. From the royal family of reggae, Gramps Morgan.
To deserve the love of a woman like you.
Gramps Morgan.
For people like you.
And the great one, Jamil.
Tell them are the strongest, so just get the hardest fight.
Jamil.
Lose them soul figure in the world when I switch for the table turn.
Rise Reggae SVG, the concert of the century. On Saturday, November 9th, Victoria Park. Gates open at 8 p.m. Tickets are available island-wide or online at ticketpal.com.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
Attention all business owners. Are you tired of ineffective marketing strategies? Look no further. CG Productions is here to revolutionize your marketing game. We offer quality flyers, promotional videos, audio production, and other marketing materials that will set you apart from the competition. Say goodbye to mediocre marketing and hello to stunning professional materials that will capture your audience's attention. Visit us online today at CG Productions to see what we can do for your business. Quality marketing materials, guaranteed. CG Productions, your marketing solution. Make your bookings today by calling 1-7845-344605 or like and follow on Facebook at CG Production.